Okay. Hey, Menashe, how's it? All right. I just wanted to make sure I had sent out the invites to the right people. Guys, let's come up. Let's have this chat. Tell us what you think about the topic. So please secure your space on the panel now before others come up. Before others come up. And it's still full and you want to come and you want to share. And that time, it looks like everybody's talking, but nobody's listening. So come up now and take advantage of the decorum we have currently. Come up, let's hear what you think about this. What do you think? Yes, Santos. Come up, let's hear you. Let's hear you. Up time.
How are you, man?
Good, how's it?
I am fine, man. And how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Your name is the time. What time is it?
I'm actually in South Africa. It's 9 o'clock here.
Yeah. You said your name is the time, so I'm wondering what's the time? What
Mm,
time is it now? So that's great. That's great. It's good to have you. Welcome.
yeah.
I just started the live now. I'm a bit late. I usually start my live at 8 every day.
Mm,
So I'm sure my followers have come at 8 and they can't
mm,
find me. But anyway,
okay.
yeah, so they're joining soon. Just hang on. We're gonna have more people come up, and I'd like to hear what you think about the topic on the board. What do you
Mm.
think? Do you think bride price is really necessary? You know,
No,
who should be paying bride price and what determines the price as well? And when you pay
mm,
bride price, is it a privilege or you're buying? So I want to hear those
mm.
conversations. I want to hear what you think.
No, I don't think the bride price is necessary in our generation.
Okay, why so?
Why do I say so? Another thing, man, by tribe, ne? I'm a Xhosa man. You see, if we check back in the days, what is the bride price used? In what Xhosa we call it ilobolo. That means it is used to combine the families. If we check before Theophilus Shepstein visited the Xhosa nation, what was happening back then? The families. Do you get what I mean? That means the in-laws. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
if I decide to go and then to propose into a girl, that family and my family, they will come ne, and then they will have a conversation. And when they are having a conversation, they will come into the conclusion in the Kokuti, we allow these children to marry, and then now they will start to exchange the gifts. Do you see? That means it
Mm-hmm.
was all about marriage until Theophilus Shepshin he visited us, and then he changed the Lobolo perspective. But if we check even back then, let's say in 1950, the purpose of Ilobolo it was for the man and then the woman to have a closer relationship with the in-laws. You see, to have that mutual respect with the in-laws, and there were benefits after that. Hence, I'm saying Ilobolo in our generation, I don't see it or I don't consider as something that is big because, to be honest, serious noted, there are no benefits. From example, what I can get while a man who's paid Ilobolo, I can get it for free. So then, what is the use of paying Ilobolo?
So so what married men get when you get it for free? Yeah, yes, yes.
Listen, man. You may find from another thing, man. I'm a pastor. I'm a junior pastor at church. You will see that many of our sisters, especially Xhosa girls, they will come at the age of 30. That is where they will expect Christ. Man, they have been through a lot, through fat and set and all of that stuff. And then you want in Dogo, but if I pay Lobolo for this girl, what I'm going to benefit? What is it that I will get that other man is not get?
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing.
Yeah, I don't understand. Do you see what I mean? So hence I'm saying in Dogo, what is the point of paying Lobolo? Because of I don't see anything like What is the use of paying something that another man has enjoyed for free? And you even have the evidence you are a baby mama.
Yo,
Let's say, do you get what I mean, man? So I think Ilobolo in our
eh.
generation it is not relevant, man.
So how should people get married then?
I think since we are a this generation, man, in Dogoguti, because I believe in Dogoguti, in our in my culture as a Xhosa man, there is a say that inkomo ihlatywa ngomnye but ihlinzwa ilali. That means a cow is being stabbed by one man, but it has been slaughtered by the whole village. That means the person who owes you ilobol is the one who slaughters you first, who saw your blood. That means the one who break your virginity. Tina, the other one, we were just cutting the pieces, man, of a dying cow. But the one who stabbed, who made it to bleed the first time, he is the one that owes you. Now, that is how I believe. Now, I say let us continue doing fat and set because that is all about now. Because of, for
Are you
example,
serious?
all yeah, listen, man, all the benefits that you can get in marriage, you can get them from fat and set.
Sure. Okay. I'd like to
Yeah.
hear other people's views on this. Eh? I'd like to hear other people's views on this. Okay, that's quite interesting. So you are discouraged. You are saying there's no need for lobola. Just so, do you think marriage is still necessary in this day and age?
No, no, man, because of the purpose of a marriage, it was for a person to to build what we call a family. If we can
Marriage
say,
is
especially,
necessary. Don't say that. Marriage is necessary.
okay,
Enzo, wait, Enzo, calm down. Let him land.
mm,
Marriage is necessary. Don't ever say marriage is not necessary. It is. You are in this
No,
world
Enzo,
because of
wait.
marriage between your mother and your father. Don't be
no,
like that, man.
Enzo, don't catch feelings. Relax. Let him land. Let
Got
him land. Let
feelings.
him
It is
land.
necessary. Okay, you talk.
Let Enzo, let
mm,
him land. The time, please continue.
yeah. Hence, I'm saying in Dogokuti, man, let's say, from example, now what is the point of a marriage? Because of we are in this generation that has messed up. Imagine like marrying a single mother and then doing all of those things. We are messed up, man. What is the point of a marriage? Because of the point of a marriage, it was to bring the family. And we have most of women who are single mothers today, they never tasted marriage. Like, what is the point? Let's say if I pay lobolo for you, what is it that I'm going to benefit from you that another man has not benefited?
Stop
Then I'm
saying
not
we. Say I. Stop saying we. Can you
okay.
make?
Let me say
Stop
I.
generalizing everything. You be as you, man as man. You as a man personally. Stop generalizing everything. Me personally, to me, marriage is necessary. Even if I marry a single woman, I marry a single whatever. It is necessary. Even if you're like a LGBT, even those guys, they have to adopt. You man, what's up with you?
Okay, let me ask you, Enzo. What is it that you can benefit from marriage that I cannot benefit? What is it that you can get from you being married that I cannot get while I'm not married?
Do you know what you call companionship? Having someone next to you. Do you know what that entails? Do you know how having
Yeah,
someone? No, you know, no. Listen to me. Do you know how waking up in the morning you see somebody's daughter? You say, "Babe, good morning." Do you know how the feeling you get when you do that? According to me,
yeah,
that is an accomplishment. Do you know
yeah.
how like you buy something and you be like, we bought this, we've developed it, you and I, and you like we are still together. Do you know how that feels like? That's an accomplishment. If you want to live this European life, for you want to tell me this and that, man, you are lying to yourself. That's my
You see,
opinion. I don't know about you.
Enzo, what we are talking about, we are doing it here in South Africa, man. It is called fat and set. We are doing it without paying global.
I'm not South
We are,
African. I'm not, but I'm African, and I'll tell you this, man.
Yuma,
You
where
need
are
a
you coming
woman by
from?
your
So,
side.
Enzo, Enzo,
Whatever
sorry to
they
cut
say,
you. This,
women
this
are
is what
good.
he's saying. He's saying that what you're talking, what people are, the benefit people are getting from marriage, some people already in South Africa are already getting it from cohabiting. You understand? That's what they call fight and set. It's from
What do you mean
cohabiting.
by cohabiting? Cohabiting is you staying with somebody's daughter. Cohabiting, whatever.
Yeah, you stay with
It
somebody's
is still
daughter
marriage.
without
It
doing the
is still
necessary
marriage in your
things.
own way.
Oh, man, it is not marriage. Because of remember, in marriage, you have to get the blessing of that man. You have to get the blessing of this daughter's parents.
Who said?
In
Who
South
said that is
Africa,
marriage? Who said that is marriage? That is your opinion. That is what you
what is
think.
Enzo? What is
What
a
I
marriage?
think. Marriage is me getting somebody whom I love, I be with her or him or whatever, in any way whatsoever. But at the end of the day, we have something in common.
Mm. Man,
Why can't why, why
I can get that in South Africa without paying nothing, without even marriage. I can get that with cohabitation, just to stay with a girl, without even knowing her parents. Hence, I'm telling you, Ndogo Kutu, the benefits that you are getting from marriage, I am getting them out of
you
free.
don't you don't get benefits from marriage, you make benefits out of marriage.
Yes,
The
I
only
got the
benefit
benefit
the
of
only
marriage.
benefit you get from marriage is getting a partner. That's the only benefit you get from marriage.
Listen,
Then
man,
at the end of it all, you only
I can get that without being married. I'm telling you, most.
you can't. You can, but
Ah,
you won't be happy.
yeah, man,
Do what?
which
What
country are
comes?
you coming from, man?
Is it putting down with someone?
Yeah, wait, answer.
Put them down with
What
someone.
country are you coming from?
It's over for us. The two of
I'm
us.
your cousin.
Where?
Who's your cousin in Africa? I'm your cousin. If you even know about anything, who's your cousin in Africa at the moment?
I don't know, man. Some stuff.
Who knows
Can you
who
please
knows
guide me?
you're from South Africa, you know? Who's your cousin right now?
Yeah. Let me see. How about
It's
Botswana?
Kenya. It's
Oh, it's
it's
Kenya.
Kenya, you man. We call you
You,
cousins. You don't even know that.
hey, man, I don't want to lie, man. Uh, you, I can say you still have that moral here, man, in Kenya. Listen, South Africa is like America, man. This guy. South Africa is
Stop. Don't be American. Be an African for once.
listen, man. Here
What
in
I'm
South
trying to tell
Africa,
you is this. What?
listen,
No, listen.
I'm
Listen.
getting.
Listen. Listen. We don't want to listen to the truth. At the end of the day, we are Africans. You have to marry, you have to do these things. But even if you don't marry the right person, what you get from marriage is a partner. A partner is very important in life. You
Man,
cannot
I can
stand alone.
listen, man. Here in South Africa, you can find like women who have dated men for more than 20 years. For more than 20 years or 30 years, they have been cohabiting without marriage. For
You
30
man,
years.
I stayed in Pretoria for 2 years. Some 2 years
Mm,
back.
mm,
I learned a lot about in South African culture. You
mm,
guys are nice and what, but
mm. Ima, what
when
tribe
you
were you learning from? Because of I think there are more than 12 tribes here in South Africa.
I had a friend, I still have a friend. It was called Beyond.
Mm,
Beyond was I don't want to say, I don't want to put it, but it was colored. That's what he told me.
okay.
I don't like saying the word colored.
Okay, you see, Jongane, here in South Africa, in my tribe, in our Xhosa nation, in order for a man to sleep with a woman, that is what the consecration of the Xhosa says. In Dogokuti, you must first pay lobolo to get blessings from this girl's parents. But that is no longer happening. Now you can just pick a girl there on the street or the girl at the varsity. You stay with that girl for 5 years and then you get all the benefits that married men will get from that woman. It is happening here in South Africa. We call it fat and sad. You benefit all the benefits of people. Man, you have not paid anything. You did not go to a pastor. You may find out that your relationship, it is very secret, but you are staying together for 2 years. You are
So
getting
what's
all
your
the
point?
benefits.
What's your point? What's your point? I'm trying to get your point.
Yeah,
What's your point?
yeah. The point here, what I'm trying to say is, here marriage does no longer matter because of we can get the benefits of married men while we are unmarried.
Wrong. Marriage still matters to our parents, as we still matters. Even if I give you benefits, it
Mm.
matters. You
Yeah,
get that
good
point?
evening, good evening, wonderful people. You see,
After
what you people are discussing is basically that culture has been lost. Like, there's no moral and then culture. Right now, our culture is fading. You see, this shouldn't be a discussion because marriage should be the prime or the main purpose that will give you what our brother is calling benefits.
yeah,
But today, we've lost our cultures and we've lost
but
morality. That's why a lot of things that you are supposed to gain at a certain level or as a certain in a certain situation is being given away for free because most people today we've lost our culture and we've lost moral. You see, people are not following rules of society again. People are not following rules of their tradition again. Everybody is doing whatever they feel like, whatever they believe is beneficial to them. So what our brother is saying in at some point is reasonable, because why would you pay for something you are getting for free? You see, people like, why would you pay for something you're getting for free? First, you have to go home and pay for this bride price, something that most people would do with pride. I paid for the lady's bride price. She's my wife. We claim them. But today, most of these ladies are throwing themselves at men. So why would you go and pay for bride price? Why would you pay for something that you are
Dave,
getting for free? You see? So we've lost
Dave,
culture, we've
Dave,
lost tradition.
Dave, are you getting woman for free here right now at the moment in
Yes,
our
man, here
culture?
in South Africa. Man, here in South Africa, I'm telling you, in South Africa, you can date a girl for 30 years and then you sleep with that girl, you even impregnate
Yes,
her
it's not
for
just in
30
South Africa,
years
it's
here in
happening
South
everywhere.
Africa.
Everywhere
There's
right now.
nothing for free.
And
There's
then,
nothing for
That,
free.
Enzo, that companion you are talking about in Togo, you have to get married to a woman and then doing all of this. Here in South Africa, we are doing it for free. Actually, here in South Africa, if you have money, you don't go out chase for women. Women are chasing after you.
Yes, it's happening. It's
Hey,
happening
this guy.
everywhere, not just in South
who's South
Africa.
African here to defend me, man? I don't know, but in Africa, I don't think you get a woman for free.
Man,
Your father will not
man,
allow you
man,
to do that. Your mother, even your
Yes,
in-laws.
yes. You see,
You
man,
have
what you
to
are
you have
talking
man,
to
man,
pay
about,
man,
Enzo.
Enzo,
something.
Enzo,
It's
what you
man,
are
man,
saying
man,
is that if you
man.
have
Here
if you
in
have
South, here,
people that are morally strict, if you have parents that are morally strict, if you are morally strict, you will never go beyond tradition. You never pass by culture and do certain things. That's why there are certain parents, when they see you with a lady, they will make sure that everything is in line before certain things happen. But today, you can be working out with a lady, you can be sleeping, you can be in the house with a lady for over 10 years, 30 years. Some people, I know some people, they've been together for 40 years, they've never married. Basically, it's married, just go home, go and buy. Some of them are just around,
listen,
they've given birth like six. They've not gone to do any traditional ceremony or anything. They are just there. They started dating one day. Today, the lady moved into his house, and then today they are like 30 years. They've not done anything traditional to make them to call themselves husband and wife. They are still dating. You see, I understand,
I agree with
Enzo, what
you.
you are saying. If morally you have parents that will make sure you are doing the right thing, and if you are also deep into tradition, you are deep into moral, you are morally deep in traditional, you will know that once I want that lady, I have to go home and do these things in order. And if the lady is herself is reasonable, she's going to make sure you come home and make sure everything is in line before I move to your house. But today, this is what's going on. They will move to your house the very moment they start to get some benefits from you. They are moving to your house. On 2 3 dates, the lady is packing to you. They are joining you. They call cohabiting or something.
Thank you, Dave.
You
Thank
see.
you, Dave.
So
Here in
what?
South Africa,
What?
we call it fat and sad, man. We call it
Yes.
fat and sad.
So what Enzo is saying, I understand that it's not supposed to be free, but today, due to loss of tradition and moral, it is free. Like, you can literally meet a lady, have a nice conversation, go on some few dates, and then out of the blue, the lady can pack some few things and come to your place, and then that's it. You are going. If none of you is stricken by, let's say, conscience or moral to say, okay, now since you are here, let us go home and then do certain things together and make sure that officially our families will recognize that we are together. We know that when I'm looking for my daughter, maybe she's with Enzo. When I'm looking for my son, I can find her when I call this lady. If you don't morally, if you are not strict, you will fall for this trends that's going on. Meet her, talk to her, for what they call fall in love, move in the same house, and then you are staying together. Nobody comes in and asks. No police or law comes and asks whether you two are married. Nobody asks. So far as you people are going and coming, nobody has called anyone. There's no law is going to say, "Hey, are you married? Are the two of you married?" No. So today, unless you are morally inclined, if you are strict in tradition, like if you really want to do the right thing, if you respect your culture, then you know that, okay, I've seen this lady, I want that lady. So let me just go home and do things that traditionally is approval that to make that lady my wife. But most people don't, you see. So that's what.
But you see, Dave, ne? Papa Dave, ne? Even man in our generation, that will be very hard. From example, Nane, I'm talking from an experience. I'm a junior pastor, I'm in a church. Ne? And then you can guess what in Lokokoti. I remember I started to sleep with a girl at the age of 25 years. Yeah, to sleep with a girl. Man, at the age of 25 years, where I live, you may find out that a girl has been man changed. Where women started to sleep at the age of 14 years. Now the question is, if this girl, he has been enjoyed by 50 people, then why must I pay a lobolo as a 51 person? And then here it's happening it's happening in South Africa. That is normal. We call it a competition, where you might find the guy will go with the groove and then to begin to suck some things there. Do you see what I mean? Then now the question can be, why must I pay for lobolo from the person who has been enjoyed for free? Do you see what I mean? And then now another thing is, what will be the use of paying a lobolo while I'm getting all the benefits that the men who paid lobolo are getting? What is the use of marriage if we can do cohabitation like what you are saying, or we do fat and set without even paying a lobolo? Then why must I pay a lobolo?
Yes, yes, yes. You see, that's the core of this. The problem of the that's the core. This thing for the problem we are discussing right now. The reason most people are not going to pay for bride prices. You know, you met the lady, and then with some few encounters, you know that this lady has passed through less than 15 or 50 hands of men. So let's just say you go an iPhone, you go to the shop to buy an iPhone, the newest, let's say iPhone 17, and this iPhone has been used. When you look at the case, it has been used for, let's say, by, let's say, 50 people. Do you think you are going to pay the same price as a brand new iPhone? So these are some of the reasons most of the guys are pulling their legs when it comes to going to pay bride price, because most of these ladies, when you meet them, eh, when you meet these ladies, nothing is going to even encourage you to go and pay for bride price because of the status of their personality. Way, you see, that's the reason why today this thing has become an issue. It shouldn't be an issue because by right, when you meet a woman, it is in a reasonable sense to go home and make sure tradition takes place and then you take her home. But this is the case that you meet the lady and then she's been used by, let's say, 50 people. Why would you pay for something that everybody has? You see, that's the issue right now.
You see, another thing, if you can check the constitution, can I answer Umbali Rito tool? Here in South Africa, DNA, the age of consent for a girl or a boy to have sex, it is at the age of 12 years. But the law says a person who's at the age of 12 years old must have a sex with a person who's 13, 14, or 15, not more than 16. Here in South Africa, a girl who is 16 years old can have a sex with anyone. Then at the age of 18, he has the right to get married. Here in South Africa, a girl who's at the age of 12 has a right to have sex, but with a boy who is 13, 14, or 15, not above 15. So, yes. Yeah, man. I think this is the generation. I think another thing, there is another picture that was trending here on Facebook, where a South African girl who was impregnated by a 15-year-old boy, according to the eyes of the state, that is legal. That is not a problem. You see, that girl has a right, but his rights are limited. At the age of 16 years in South Africa, a person is an adult. That person has a right to even open a bank account. He has a right to get an ID, a documented card. He has a right to even get a license. So at the age of 16, the person has a right to marry, but with the consent of a parent. Then at the age of 18 years, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. So I don't see the point of paying lowball. Like Dave, like what you were saying, though, good. Why must I pay lowball for something that was enjoyed for free? Other men enjoy it for free. Why must I pay a bus that everyone was getting a free hike? Then when it is now, it is my turn, I must pay lowball. No, that is a lie.
You see, it's not my thing. You see, this it is not about love, it's about moral. If you don't have that moral destiny, you will not see the reason. You see, but like I said, traditionally, It's not supposed to be that way, but chance has been given. So why do you think you have to go and pay for something that you are getting for free? You see, it's very sad. It's very sad.
Because if you check back then, a man has to earn a woman. You have to provide something. You have to prove yourself. In our generation, I don't have to prove myself. If I have 2,000, if I have 25,000 likes on Facebook, that is enough for me to get a woman. Yes,
That one is true.
I'm telling
I don't
you.
really know. Even this generation, I don't even know. This generation, I don't get why. Like things are like this. You see, we are making things like this for ourselves, and then we ourselves will go back and complain about why things are not working or things are not functioning the way they used to. But today, how could you like you are saying 20,000 likes on Facebook, you can get a lead? Like for which reason? I don't know. It's very sad. I think we have a lady on the channel. I think, eh, Madam, are you here?
Oh, hi guys, how are y'all
Yeah,
doing?
yes. You're welcome. Nice to meet you. Alan,
Yeah, I'm still
you've heard
just
it.
reading. So, and
Oh, okay,
what?
okay.
Shamizi, Shamizi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Very good. You're welcome. So we're having a conversation, and the two gentlemen seem to be agreed on a particular point, which I think you will really disagree on. Um, is bride price really necessary, and why? They are saying it's no longer necessary because bride price is supposed to be paid by the person who disvirgin the girl, the woman. Otherwise, if you are not the one who disvirgin her, you don't need to pay bride price for her. And yeah, it's going that deep. Do you agree?
No, because it's not written virgin price, it's bride price. Like, are people okay? No offense, but like, bride means you taking a bride, whether she's a virgin or not. That is what it meant. But, because I don't understand if you're going to say she's a virgin, da 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 da. Where does virginness enters in a bride? Because when you say bride, you mean the mother of your kids who's going to take care of your kids and your house. Virginity does not last always. So I disagree with that. Bride price is for the person who you taking away from their family to try and make, like, to try and build a family with you. So it cannot be virginity prize where a guy who breaks the person's virginity and to what English sometimes, because in other cultures, if I'm not mistaken, even the woman pays for the other guy's thingy, because I know, like, in a religion that I know most about, like Muslims, women also do pay dowry. So if you're saying that, Shuti, let's just put it like in everyone's thingy, Shuti, also women, they are allowed not to want to date a guy who's been having intercourse with other people. Like, let's be fair here. So that's why I'm like, I'm just going to disagree with it when it comes to your bride has to be a virgin for you to pay bridal price. For me, it's like, me, can I just speak in my language and go see, I mean, like, lobola wise, ilobola, you cannot you cannot tell me that lobola is only paid for virgins. Lobola is paid if you want to take a wife. A wife. That's when you pay lobola. It's not
Okay,
a virgin. There
okay,
is different types of things here.
James,
Yes.
James, you are saying in Dogo Kuti, I must pay ilobolo. Let's say this girl, he has done if fat and said, and then all of the cooperation. Now my question will be, then if I pay lobolo to your father, what is it that I'm going to benefit from you that another man has not benefited?
You're gonna benefit the fact that
Give me one
ngizokhuliswa
thing that I
umuzi
will
wakho.
benefit from you that another man has not benefited.
Ngizokhuliswa
No,
umuzi
listen,
wakho. That's what
some
you're
of
gonna
you,
benefit
listen,
from.
that
You
is not
taking,
special because
wait,
of
wait, wait.
most of,
You mean
listen, mo- 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 mo-
you
most of the women in South Africa are single mothers. Let us not run from that fact.
you
Why
see
must I
that's
pay
happening
something
because you are talking,
that
wait.
another person has benefited it for free?
Now you are talking about your generation, because what I know about my generation, men are sticking with their kids. That Leandole, that
Which
time
tribe are you
that
coming from?
happened was with your generation, because my generation, most of the people, the men
No,
that I
which
know
tribe are
have
you coming
impregnated
from?
girls, stick with their kids. Excuse me?
Listen,
Can you please repeat your
which tribe are
question?
you coming from?
Ngomzulu. I'm actually Swati, but ngakhuliswa eBazulwini, so I'm basically Zulu.
Which tribe are you coming from? If you're good question, Ungomzulu. Okay.
Ngingumzulu.
Is your
Okay.
father Zulu?
The question. Listen. According to the Zulu culture, you are not
What?
even
That is
allowed to sleep with a
mixed.
girl. Yeah, I'm telling you. According to the Zulu culture, you are not even allowed to sleep with a girl without paying without paying ilobolo. Hence, virginity is very important kwaZulu. Yile nto uhlolwayo, yile nto kukho le nto kuthiwa kuhlolo. There is no such thing as a paying a bride
Yeah.
price for a person who's not a virgin, even nakwaXhosa.
Okay,
Yeah.
ngicela ukubuza
So
ke.
when we
Okokuqala lapho
come
ngicela
into
ukukuphikisa.
iland, when we come,
Mana, oh.
mm,
I wanted to say something. I want to disagree with you there, because now
okay, pick it.
apparently, Mina, I know people that are being lobolad while being a siwa matchich. But okay, so we
No,
speaking up.
listen,
Secondly,
listen. No, umuntu onjalo, listen, umuntu onjalo uyasizelwa, mamela, umuntu onjalo uyasizelwa, kufihlwa isihlazo. Listen, according to the Zulu culture and the Xhosa culture, they are very similar. You don't start a family with a person who does not have his virginity, his high man. Yile nto kude kutshiwo futhi kuthiwe naxa
again,
ibizwa kuthiwe laa nto kuthiwa yinkomo kamama. Yeah, exactly. Ndikuexplainela ngeculture. You cannot take someone's wife.
okay,
Yile nto even in the past years, you may find into yokokuthi if a girl is not a virgin, that girl she was going to marry an older man. Kuthiwe makahambe utshatiswa nexhego ngoba umntu onjalo akusekho yakhe akanokwazi umisa umzi. Iyenzeka loo
again,
nto is because of kule
ngiyakuphendula
yethu
Nkosi. Le
generation
nto yagcina
akunamthetho.
kini. Yagcina kini
No,
leyo nto,
Isaac.
because
No,
now,
listen.
sadly,
Listen.
akazi noma
No,
ngeke
listen.
kodwa ngithi ngiyakhuluma ufuna ukukhuluma ngeke, in this panel we respect each other. Ngithi ngifuna ukukhuluma ungene emlomeni, I respect you with everything that I have, ne? But you can't do that, because right now you're disrespecting me. Like, you can't interrupt me when I'm talking like that. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot accept that, because I also have my views as much as you have your views. So please, with all due respect, please hear me out. When I'm saying something, please respect me, because I am respecting you enough.
Okay, you can speak.
How? I was saying, leyo nto leyo ke iyagcina kunina, like the older generation. Right now, we're in a new generation where people apparently now can lobola umuntu ongasilona itshitshi. And I mean, I actually agree with that, because the same people abaqeda ubutshitshi bentombazane, they do not pay ilona. They run away like no man's business. So at the end of the day, you're like quick to say amatshitshi hey ababakhokhelanga. Meanwhile, you're like the same people abaqeda ubutshitshi bomunye umuntu wesifazane, and then after, you're like the same people who do not pay. So as much as you'll know how to put your money where your mouth is, if uzoqeda intombazane ubutshitshi bayo, you have to pay. But nina, you'll run away, which makes me wonder ukuthi who's actually at fault here, because you're quick to blame women, Kenina. You're very quick to blame women and be like, "Hayi, ulale nomfana." Wait, ulale nomfana, now uyash ulale nomfana, akayiqedanga yini ubutshitshi. Men run away from their responsibilities, and that's a fact, whether you are Zulu or Xhosa.
Okay, I can answer that. The reason why it is like this is because of you women, you are very cheap. It's very cheap. For example, just take him. Listen, it's very easy to find. I can just take you into the party and then to bring you your virginity just like that, or to buy you straight twice too. I don't have to go to your grandfathers, because even back in the days, it was the role of a woman to say when a man comes to you, you send that boy to your father. That was the role of a woman. Ilando kwakuthiwa kukhuselwa inkomo kama. That means to protect the hymen, the virginity, ubuntombi, le nto kuthiwa liqhosha. It was the job of a woman. Women in my generation are very cheap. You can actually find a woman. Jonga, listen, if anyone who's staying in South Africa, he knows that you can actually find a woman with a brand here. And if I may ask some of you, how did you break your virginity? You may find out that I just buy you a data. You see, so women are very cheap. We cannot say that this is why. Listen, we can ask. Listen, you can ask. Just go do your research. Ask the girls what did your person who broke your virginity did to impress you. You will hear all some stupid stuff. That this is the generation we are living in, but it is the job of a woman to protect
Like I
himself. If I come to you, listen, Shames, if I come to you to approach you, it is your job to tell me, Ndokokuti, go to my father. Then I will go to your father. Then I will get the blessings of your father. That was the right way. Since now we are in a free world, you have a right to choose for yourself. And then all of that, while you are choosing for yourself, you are choosing the bad boys. In my generation, you can impress a woman with streetwise too of KFC. That is a 30 rand, two piece of chickens and chips. That is the generation we are living in. You are too cheap, guys. Hence, there is no point of lowballing you. Imagine
wait.
lowballing someone who has a body count of 10 people. Like, what is the point of paying a lowballer for you? Because of also the part of paying lowballer, it is to say thank you. Why must I say thank you to your father, to a person who has been enjoyed for free? Why must I pay for a ticket? Why must I pay a ticket of a bus that has been ridden for free, of charge? Thank you.
Can I just add on that? So,
Man,
I'll just be objective, right? Now, what the brother is saying is true. Maybe his approach might offend or maybe touch some people a bit on the harsher side, but regardless of that, it is true. But my issue with this topic is okay. So, firstly, I think it is important to understand this concept of payment from each culture's point of view. Personally, I don't understand why, if let's say you don't get married but you get pregnant, the kids from that man still then need to follow the woman's culture. Anyway, I believe that these issues are more of a social or socioeconomic issue, and that a lot of the values that are taught nowadays then contribute to these things. So having a lot of Western influence, thinking that sex is something that we can explore or play with to then fully understand what we prefer. That's just reckless. There was a report the other day suggesting that I believe one institution in Braamfontein, I believe maybe 300,000 students had affected an STD, and I think maybe 10,000 or 20,000 of them had HIV. Right now, these are all, most of them are at least under the age of 20. So we need to ask ourselves, okay, what happened in their younger or in their adolescent years that drove them to the point where they could openly or freely or not have a criteria or standard to just give away their virginity. There was another question in the chat saying that isn't a man cheap if he's or something along the lines. Now, the reason why there isn't value on a man
Go.
is because a man isn't being paid for, right? A man isn't a virgin. You're not. Nothing is going to necessarily change after a man has sex, and in most cases, you can't even tell if a man has had sex for the first time or not. So yeah, so those are the couple of reasons why men don't necessarily get paid for. But on this idea of having to pay for a woman that isn't a virgin, personally, I wouldn't do it. I would even go to the extent of helping you find that man so he can pay those damages, and then we move on with our love life or our love story. But yeah, no, the idea of having to pay for something that I will never ever experience is just crazy. You know, imagine walking in the mall with your partner and the man who broke her virginity walks past you. That man will get, that man has experienced something that you will never ever experienced. But that's what you were supposedly supposed to pay for. But yeah, my main point is, yeah, we can, point at how individuals behave or interact, but these are more systematic issues that are just a plague in our lives.
Okay, me, can I just answer quickly to the both of y'all? My guy, can I just answer quickly to the both of y'all? Firstly, to the one who said women are cheap, please fix the way you state you like you address that statement, because you can't just say women are cheap, because when you say women are cheap, usbala sonke. And mina, I'm 21 years old and I'm still a virgin. And I'm asking myself, where was I cheap? To whom was I cheap? And how am I cheap? Like, why usbala sonke? So in most of the times when you're going to address such topics, please say most women. And secondly, it's your generation that are cheap, because me, one thing I know about my generation, as in people in the 20s, in the teenage, or they do not care about your streetwise. They will chow your money like no man's business, and they will not sleep with you. Girls now, it was your generation, ababe cheap nkosi yami, not our generation, as in I'm talking about the 2000s. I know, because I'm friends with some people that are 2000, and I'm a 2000 myself. I just don't get impressed by small things. Like I'm a streetwise 5, streetwise 2. I'm not that cheap. Excuse. And secondly, to the both of y'all, when you're saying you're not gonna, women are expensive. Ne? One thing I know about women, you just have to choose a woman that's in your own caliber. If you say you want a virgin, you can take your virgin. But if you want a virgin, now you should be a virgin, because what you mean the girl is gonna get STIs from you? You've been sleeping, you've been doing intercourse with other people. Now you want a virgin because of what? What's special about you? So when ufuna ukugulisa le ntombazane le, that is not fair. So if you want a person who takes care of themselves, you yourself, you should take care of yourself. It's fair that way, right? It's really fair that way.
My sister, ne?
Wait, I'm still talking. I'm still talking.
Wait, try.
I'm still talking. Oh, Nkosi yami, amadoda anjena ke. Khuluma.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? Can you please give me 2 advantages of being a virgin as a man?
It's number 1, you will not give your woman STIs. And number 2, uzobu clean.
That means
you won't be worried about a lot of things. Excuse me?
Okay.
You guys, by the way,
do
I
you get
realize
that as a
this
man,
is
you can sleep with so many women and still be clean?
You have an ego problem. You see, men have this issue of that they think because they sleep with a lot of... Excuse me?
Listen, the problem... No, the problem starts when you are comparing us, because remember, at the end of the day, we are the one who's loboling you. You are not the one who's loboling us. Whether a man is a virgin or not, there are no benefits of that. But to being a woman, even if, listen, I'm telling you, when you are a woman, listen, I am telling you, ne, if I'm a virgin, whether I'm a virgin or I'm not a virgin, it does not matter. It does not affect anything in our relationship. Ne? But if you are a virgin, I will have to pay more lobol. No, listen, I will have to pay more lobol for you. That means your virginity add extra values on you. Hence, that is why if you are not a virgin, they will have to depreciate your lobolo. If you have a children, they will also have to cut a little portion into your lobolo. Now, as a man, whether I'm a virgin or I'm not a virgin, I will not benefit anything as long as I have money. Jacob Zuma has proven that many times. Listen, I think our president, John, listen, our president, man, when Mr. Ancient, he was 75 years old. He married a 25-year-old girl who was a virgin. Can you imagine? And then that 25-year-old, I think he was that man's 8th wife or something like that. That is to show that if you have money, that is what it only matters. But to women, if you are a virgin, That is what it all matters. So we cannot use the same scale to scale a man and to scale a woman. That is why even if you are a man, even if you can be a virgin man, if you are broke, it will be too hard for you to find a woman. That is why you will see that most, ask yourself one question, why most of women who are successful today, they don't find a man who wants to marry them? It's because of one, they have the higher amount of body count and they've got a lot of children to different fathers. That is why you
Namang,
never marry them. From
namang.
example, even if let's say I have a children,
Namanga. It's
that
because
woman
men
will
have egos. It is because a rich woman cannot find a husband because a man has a pathetic ego. Ukuthi kanjena he will not be he is jealous of the fact that that woman is doing better than him. Men have egos. It's not of Uguti, you'll think you're better than us, but not you can get away. It's because you'll the reason why it's because you'll think you can get away with a lot of things because you'll have egos. Most of your
listen,
futila in South Africa, you're broke as hell. You are so broke, you don't even afford to lobola people, but then you are able to talk about loboling. Loboling. What standards do you have to talk about ulobola and a person's virginity? You can't even
handsome,
even
yeah,
pay up
handsome,
that money.
listen,
Come on, guys. Let's be realistic here. Don't just, if you're gonna talk, wait, I'm talking.
listen,
Please
handsome,
stop yourself from interrupting. Stop it. Stop interrupting me, please. Like, sis, it's really getting on my nerves because I gave you your chance and you keep interrupting me when I'm talking. Like, that is not respectful. Because I'm still making my point. Men have egos, and that's a fact. That is why rich women don't want to marry men, because men have egos. They are jealous of the fact that this woman is doing better than a man. Ayimvumeli ukuthi amshade because uyazi ukuthi umfazi wakhe is doing better than y'all. And Futsi, I don't know what is this you're talking about, lobola. This most men in South Africa can't even pay for that lobola. Because if you really could pay for that lobola you're busy talking about, many people will be lobolad right now. If you're really so good at talking about ilobola, why do you have baby mamas that are not paid for ilobola? Can I ask a question? You cannot answer that question because of what ubroko wokal. Secondly, you can't pay for that lobola you keep talking about. And thirdly, you
No,
got
I
an
will answer
ego.
you.
You have to
No,
fix
I will
yourself.
answer you.
Because the fact that
No, I will answer you.
wait. I'm still talking. No problem. You can answer me. But when I'm talking, please respect
Listen,
me.
I will answer you.
Ngeke nkosi yami ke kodwa bhuti nginakho ngiphinda nento eyodwa nawe. Ngithi ngihloniphe nkosi yami ngize sengiyayincengela ngicela ukuhlonishwa.
Answer you. Now,
Tu.
the question
Ngicela
says, why
ukuhlonishwa.
will I pay
Yayibona
you?
ego ngikhuluma ngayo. This is the ego I'm talking about. You can't even let me finish.
It's not an ego.
You can't even let me finish, bruh.
That time
Man.
miyekele acede.
How? Causing Sash. This is the ego I'm talking about. It's because when a person points out the truth about what men actually do, you're quick to defend yourself. Number one, if you're gonna talk about women losing their morals, it's not because of them, it's what happened ekhaya. If a woman says it's okay, no, my mom, kahle here, bam xhaphaza, who's gonna wanna get married to a broke guy? Who? Which woman is gonna wanna get married to a broke guy? Just because I'm a virgin now I have to get married to a broke guy? I mean, even if you have money and if you even nje umdaka ungcolile, you've been sleeping around, you've been doing all these things, please do not come to me. I am very pure to be tainted by a man's ego and to be tainted by a man's soul, because sexual intercourse is something spiritual. If you're gonna go with a tradition, you should know, okay, traditional wise, sexual intercourse, it's souls binding. You're busy binding your souls with other women outside, and then after that uzofuna ukuyibinda nami, the purest one, and then after that you'll say, yeah, it's equal. It's not equal. If you're gonna talk about such things, guys, please be fair. You can't just say hey, because of izinto zakudala. And by the way, into yakudala leyo nto, into yakudala, we're talking about now, like now. You said now women are cheap, sharp. What I mean, if women are cheap now, do men even have that money to afford these women? The fact that when unchama get streetwise, which shows that ubroke kwa wena. I have to settle for less because of you, of your brokenness. You know, when you're pointing a finger, you should also point a finger at yourself, because now as a man, you are at fault that the fact that the woman she's, Benjamin, mom, you can't even afford that. but you can say, you nichanywa ama streetwise. It's because nawe awunayo leyo mali yokungilobola, awunayo leyo mali ukungisa eDubai and whatnot. So please, when you're like talking, watch what you're saying. And be very careful, because when you're talking and blaming fingers at other people about amantombazana not being virgins, when as a man, how many baby mamas do you have and how many people did you pay for their lobola? How many? How many virgins did you break? And how many of them did you pay? None, exactly.
Okay. Now, to answer your question, my question will be, if you say we must pay lobolo, why must I pay lobolo for something which I can get for free? And you did not answer my question.
The thing is, I asked you if utiwena you cannot pay for. I'm not your type. Umfunan.
Can
What
get
do you want
something
from
from
me?
you for free, of which I will also
Sharp,
listen.
you got it for
Of which,
free.
if I pay
What do you
lobola, I will
want?
also listen. Of which, if I pay lobola, I will also benefit the same thing that the other guy has got it for free. Now, my question says, why must I pay something that I will get it for free?
Like I am saying again, the same thing I'm saying. Umfunani po, if you see that I'm cheap and you can get it for free. When now why you wanna pay lobola? It's because you want to. Nobody is forcing you to pay lobola. Nobody forces anyone to get into a marriage ako kilobola. You pay lobola because you want to and because you have to. But what I'm saying here, you cannot put virginity and bridal thing, you can put it in the same caliber, but you cannot tell me ukuthi you cannot pay ilobola for a person who's not a virgin. Ube uzomthatha umenze umfazi wakho umxhaphazi njengoba nje uyabonakala ukuthi you are a guy that sleeps around because of the way you are talking. I mean no disrespect, but from the way you are talking, since you're saying you get things for free, you're gonna take that woman, put her in your house, want her to raise your kids, wash your clothes, to be your slave on top of that, and then after that taint her soul for free.
You
And
see,
then after that you're gonna say you want a wife. Remember what a
I
wife
give up,
is.
guys. No, I give up. I give up.
simple terms, no, I get you, my guy. I get you, my guy. She doesn't understand everything. Time will tell her to grow. Time will grow her. Sometimes some things you just let time grow people. You see, so she doesn't understand your questions. She doesn't understand anything. She's clueless completely. You have made points which she can't answer. You have said things which she can't comprehend with her mind,
Okay.
because certain things are, yeah.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Yeah. How many baby mamas do you all have, and how many virgins did you all break, and how many of them did you all pay for?
Listen, my sister, you don't answer
No,
the
answer
question.
the question. Angiti, you said I'm not answering the question. So now
Okay.
please do me a favor and be grown and be, since Nina, you've had a long time in this world and I have a very little time. I will agree to that. Like, oh, Mr. Mahlatse said, I'm too young for this. And I'm not gonna lie. Yes, he's telling the truth.
Listen.
I do
No,
not
your
know
reasoning
half of the
capacity, my
things.
sister.
Please
Your reasoning
answer
capacity
the
and your
question I
mind is
asked.
telling us a lot.
You guys,
No
you
problem.
guys,
That is
Your
fine. I'm
mind.
still gonna go. Yeah, so now I'm asking, answer my question. How many?
What will be the use of me paying a lowballer for something that I could get for free? If I could get a car for free, what is the use of buying it? Come on, guys. If I could get a house for free, what is the use of buying it? Will I go to work for something that I could get for free? Hence, I'm saying women are so
You
cheap, and then I
cannot.
don't know why you are fighting.
Guy,
Exactly.
I
This is
told you
why
My
if you
sister,
fix
when she
yourself,
says, my sister,
fix your
when she says
inkulumo yakho.
women are
You
cheap,
can't say women are cheap.
look,
Tani
listen
most.
to me, my sister. When she says women are cheap, she mentions pride, ego, dignity, self-respect, self-worth. You get that?
I have no problem with that, but fix the thingy, because there are women that are okay out there. So please say most, because this thing of yours just including all of us in the same caliber, it's very unfair.
The same.
Say most.
You just proven to him that you also are cheap. You want to know why? Because you said men are cheap. You said men are broke, right? A woman can settle for a lower standard. So in simple terms, you are telling
Exactly,
us, you
because we
are
are
telling
forced.
us that you are no, listen to me. You are telling us that you are selling. You are on a sale.
I don't know if you were in the panel. I said I am. Yo, Nkosi yami. Have I sold
But
to
you
you
said
njengokuthi
it.
ngiyasela? I did not
My
say those
sister,
words. Did I
you said
use
you
those
all are
words?
broke, right? You said you all are broke. You can't afford
It's a
lobola.
fact.
You can't afford taking you to
What I
Dubai.
said.
For
We
a mere
said.
fact that a woman, for a mere fact that a woman can just settle for something that is less than a streetwise two. These are your words.
Sir, please don't insult me, because if you're gonna insult me, I'm gonna get angry and I'm gonna insult
I'm
you
not
back.
insulting
Please,
you. I'm
with all
revealing it.
you are, you just called me. You just insulted me by saying ngiyadayisa. You did not, just
No.
because you didn't understand
Okay,
my
guys,
statement, that does
can I
not mean
just say
you
this?
must say ngiyadayisa.
Can I get this?
No, I
Can
want him to
we?
apologize. Ancient, he literally insulted me on live television. Please, I beg of you
Kaloku,
to
listen,
please apologize,
no,
because I'm not gonna
no,
take
no.
that.
That statement is not wrong. You said
No,
we are too
Musanu
broke.
kumkhulumela. He
Listen,
literally
listen,
insulted me.
listen, listen, listen. You said we are too broke to date you.
So what?
Ne? That means the fact that we are
Did
too
I say
broke to date
ngiyadayisa
you.
though?
Listen. Shimza, you don't listen when we are speaking. I wish someone can record you. When you are that type of a person, when we are debating with you, we need to put a tape recorder. Listen, you said, ne? You said the reason why you lose, most women, they lose their virginity with the streetwise tool is because of we are too broke. Now, the fact that we are too broke, it shows that in Dokokoti you are selling. We cannot afford you. You are too expensive for
Thank
us.
you.
And something cannot be and something
Okay,
and
Okay,
something
sorry.
and
okay,
something.
guys,
Women,
guys.
please let's
Can,
not laugh.
can we have
Listen? And
can we
something
have
cannot be expensive without being sold. Listen, something cannot be expensive without being sold. The fact that you are expensive, it shows that you are selling and we cannot afford you. So you are really selling. Quoting from your words.
Okay, let's acknowledge other
That is my
panelists one
submission.
at a time. Thank you.
Let's welcome Utach.
hello,
Let's
guys?
welcome Utach, my sister. He was here
At the same
before.
time.
How are you? How
Hello,
are you?
man.
Wow, it's very
We are
interesting,
fine.
very interesting. I'm good. I'm good. How's everyone?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Okay. Uh, you know what I think? What I honestly think about this whole thing. Uh, if you're going to be to balance this discourse and call a spade, uh, I always say this. The quality of a society, or the strength of a society, or the success of a society, it it hangs on the shoulders of men.
Thank you.
We have to call a spade a spade. Wabona, all along the things that we have been doing against our women, the way that we've carried ourselves as men, it has led to these gender wars, these discussions about what is right, what should be done right, or women are like this these days, or men are like this these days. It's all on us. That being said, remember I said we want to call a spade a spade. The reason why we having this discussion is that we have to come to the conclusion, or to an agreement, that it takes two to tango. So what I've just done right now, I have taken the blame. Whatever that man has done that is not right, that got us to these situationships, relationships, broken marriages, bitter baby mamas, bitter baby daddies. I stand for men and take the blame. That being said, women, you need to be accountable for how you're contributing towards this. When my brothers say that women are cheap, I don't want to use that word. It's a bit harsh, but let's come to an agreement that as a woman, you control the gates to sexual intercourse. Whether you want to argue against it or for it, that's a fact. That is why a man struggles to find a partner on average than a woman. Why? Because a woman actually decides that I want this guy and she can get to sleep with that guy. But for a guy to say I want this woman and actually sleep with her, it's quite impossible because that decision is not his. That decision rests on the shoulders of a woman. So when we say that women should keep their purity, and you guys, you turn around and then you blame us, it doesn't make sense at all. Why? Because you are the one, whether you were divergent by someone who was married or someone who's a deadbeat or someone who's a thug or who's in prison now, it doesn't matter. That was your call in the first place. When you get to a point where you take accountability for that fact, for that mere fact that you control, you are the gatekeepers of sexual intercourse, then we can start a constructive discourse. But as long as when we say women keep your purity and you want to throw it back at us, it doesn't make sense. That's all I have to say for now.
Okay, thank you,
Hello,
man.
thanks. What a valuable point.
Oh,
Thank you.
let's welcome Mole 54. How are you, man?
Hey, how are you
Guys,
guys?
hello,
We
everybody.
are fine.
Please hold.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. The time. Please let's recognize that Tobile is on the panel, and she is a moderator in the house. So please let us respect that. She may be taking charge from time to time. She is a moderator on the live. Thank you, guys. That's what I wanted to say. Mos, over to you.
Good evening, guys. I hope you are okay.
We good,
we're
say,
okay,
how are
man.
you?
We're good.
All right.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Firstly, let me say this to my sister Shimza, or I don't know. Forgive me if I spell it wrong. My sister,
It's
on behalf of the weight of saying you are cheap or you are seller, you are selling something. I'm sorry for the men on the panel, but my question are directed to you, my sister. And when you say men are broke, are you talking to every man in South Africa saying men are broke? And I have and the question again saying why are you expecting a man to take you to Dubai while you can take yourself to Dubai? Number one, number two. So the thing is, you ladies, you answer the question with emotionally. So don't be emotional when you answer. And I'm not saying you have to when's the way but I'm trying to say don't answer the question with emotionally, because it won't make sense. You go in at the end of the day, as a conclusion on this thing. Number one, you can't say we are broke. We have responsibilities. We take care of us, we take care of our bills, we take care of everything that citizens. Number two, Don't expect a man ukuthi agenzele yonke into ubaba wakho ahlule kuyenza. And I don't expect a man to play a father figure role in your life while your father didn't play a father figure in your role. I'm not saying your father azange adlala indima empilweni yakho, but I'm trying to generalize this thing because it's all about men this, men that, men this, men that, and it's boring. And you all ladies in South Africa are emotionally like everything that men trying to say, you are emotionally becoming like you can't even take accountability on the on your side. You always blame men do this, men do that, men do this. I'm working, I have my savings, I'm not broke, I have my side hustles that put money each and every day. I am not broke. Don't say men are broke. Men are having some serious issues there out there. Number two, when you say we have many baby mamas, some of us don't have baby mamas. We have our kids that are staying with us, that are paying everything. So stop saying men are broke, men are this, men are this. There's nothing like that. If man doesn't want anything with his money, he doesn't want. Let's respect each other so that we can see ukuthi siyakuphi ngempilo. And number enye point ukuthi nina, money is a good relationship. When it comes to relationship, you think it's a debit order thing. Because you see this man got driving a big, huge Mercedes Benz, and you see that I'm going to get girlfriend allowance. Girlfriend allowance for what? No, my sister, we don't talk like that. Some of us, we're listening here, we're waiting, like we want to hear your reasoning capacity. But some of you ladies, your reasoning capacity is emotionally. Because you can't usifake sonke ukuthi is broke. We are not broke. It's just that we have our own things, important things in our life. Some of you are going to the Nigerian guys. I'm not against the one who are going to the Nigerian guys. But some of them buy a falling apart. Some of them bathenge imoto 1.5 million badliwa. But still, you still gonna drag us on the issue. Ukuthi men this, men this. We never asked the ladies to help us. Now my wife, I didn't expect anything to my wife to help me. I'm a man. I provide for my wife, not a girlfriend. I provide for my kids. The seed that I plant, I provide for them. I make sure every day but they got money for breakfast. They have everything. Lunch, eskolweni, they have everything. About shorting a stationery, I don't have to be reminded. The stationery is January. We need to buy a stationery. I always have my plans. So, ladies, try to lento ama types, because your types right now, we are forced, and you're forcing them to take you out. While there are good guys out there who are trying to pursue themselves to you. Restaurant. Simple. Streetwise. Streetwise too is a date for someone. I'm a pocket way to our funny. Number two. You don't say all men are broke. That way it's like in Kelegabi, because I'm not broke. I'm just talking from other guys over in the panel who are trying. Because I feel like by a press or Guti, they don't do nothing. Some of them they know Guti, they can go to that with their girlfriend Guti. Let's go and have a lunch there.
Good morning.
That 150.
Good
But
morning.
you guys are always belittling guys because Ani take responsibility in Pedro Zain.
Good
Some of
morning.
them, they are even here in Santin.
Budmo, thank you so much. I think we get the point. Thank you.
All right,
Let's
sis.
Can I
let
ask?
Shamsi
Can I?
respond to you.
Okay, for starters, again, hi. For
Hello.
starters, let's speak about the emotional. Okay, for starters, let's speak about you saying I'm being emotional and I'm rambling. What? Mina, if you attack me with my morals, I'm gonna be emotional. The same way you being emotional when I said men are broke is the same way I was emotional when Mr. Time said all girls are cheap. He said all women are bunny cheap. So if you're gonna talk about me not saying men are broke, you should also talk about him not saying all women I'm sorry. You should also talk about him also not saying all women are low, because him correctly and you're not acknowledging the fact that I corrected him for saying that. Yes, I am an emotional human being. I have emotions. When a person is poking me and including me in things that I did not do, I will get emotional. I am sorry for being emotional, Nkosiam. Just because you're not emotional, you cannot expect me not to be emotional. I am a woman after all. There are emotions and there are emotions and hormones inside of me. So when I am being provoked, I will speak out, whether it's emotional or not. It's up to you whether you want to hear my point or you don't want to hear my point. That's the first point I'm gonna say. And secondly, when you said Mina, I said you cannot take me to Dubai, whatever. I was just making a blunt explanation, like highlighting something that what I mean. Because here we are talking about ilobola. We're not talking about girlfriend and boyfriend and whatnot. When I said men are broke, Mr. Time said it's because I said that because he said women are cheap. And I asked him, and I keep on asking all of y'all, and I'm asking y'all, all of y'all again, if in Izot amantombazane are cheap and y'all are not broke, fine. I am wrong for saying all of y'all are broke. That was emotional of me. But how many women that y'all took their virginities have y'all paid for have y'all paid for inklaulo, for the damages? How many? You're
Okay.
quick to say women are cheap, but how many women? Wait. Like, how many women you break intombazane, you do not pay for inhlawulo, uyabaleka, uyokhetha and uyayibreak, bayabaleka, uyokhetha. Kahle kahle, who's doing the bad things here? As much as you're saying we like pointing fingers at men, what about y'all? Who do y'all point fingers at? Like, you can't come here and act almighty and high here where you acting like you do not blame women. The same thing we are doing, it's the same thing y'all are doing. And it's worse because most of these things is the loss of culture, the loss of spiritual integrity and everything. It started because of men. Because what I learned in the Bible, I don't remember, or in culture, the fact that khona umuntu okwazi ukuhandlisha abantu besifazane abaningi at one time, and then you'll expect women not to find that annoying and not to be emotional against. That's unfair, and we cannot accept that. Like, myself, I was born in this generation of progress. I am not gonna allow that. You can call me cheap or whatever, but I am going to marry a guy who is financially stable as much as I will be financially stable. 50-50 counts. If you're gonna be saying, I'm blaming all girls, I'm blaming all men, that's fine. But before you point fingers, again, I'm repeating this point, before you blame somebody, look at yourself first, because you can't be saying the things that you just said now, and then after that, you do not look at what the men in this panel said. And then after, you getting offended because I just said you're broke. How many offensive things these men said and you did not correct them? How many offensive things they said to me? And then you saying I'm emotional. I'm the only girl in this panel, not excluding like Osakulmile. That's what I'm saying. I'm the only girl in this panel. All of y'all are attacking me because it feels like a personal attack when you keep saying women are cheap. I am a woman. I was raised by a woman. What do you mean when you're saying women are cheap? Then you're gonna say streetwise it's a date. What about the person okhulumile oyikhiphile lezo zinto ngomlomo wakho Mr. Time? Did you address him, Mr. Mole? No, you did. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly. Did you address him? No, you did not address him, sir. You just only came for me and attacked me the same way you expect me not to be emotional. But you are attacking me and you expect me not to be emotional, which does not make sense to me. I am so sorry about
Okay.
that.
Miss Sims, I
Can I
think
answer
Hold on.
Can I answer your
Gents,
question,
hold on,
Susan?
gents. The time. How are you? How are you guys on the panel? My name is Sia. I identify as a girl, and please don't disrespect me. Dala Khobela. One, you know. eh, Kopa, hey, the time, hold on. I really have to address a few things. One, when we're going to speak of, and something that Shamsi just said, about a man having multiple women. Number one, I think the fundamental thought processing around there has nothing to do with money, but it has everything to do with abundance, that can be amongst the unity of those people. What are you doing in a relationship like that, in a setup like that, and you are all thinking we all going to have a Brazilian and he's the only provider? We must provide together to have a Brazilian. And if there is no money for a Brazilian, we can all go get a haircut and be bald. I think that the idea, if you cannot understand what having multiple women as as I identify as a woman, sharing one man, I'm saying the mindset that I have as a woman is that we are not competing for the best, but we are going to have what we can have and be happy and content together. But that is an identification. Now, secondly, you cannot talk about purity in a sense of how many women, in a sense of lobola, and speak of how many women did you break virginities of. Let's go back to the context of virginity in lobola as a negotiation. We talk about women that did not have children. We spoke about this yesterday. When the delegation is sent and the family of a woman receives the other family, they say, but intombi yetu ilijiji. No one is going to check. But because she does not have a child, she's considered a virgin. So when as women we are busy defending virginity and purity because maybe we have lost it and so on, that's something totally different. And since I identify as a woman, I understand what men are saying about the value that is of a woman as she is born. She is born of purity. She is born of abundance. She is the one that brings more to the table than anything else. And when she wants as a woman, and I say, yeah, but your men are the ones that are accepting me. I'm sorry, gents. You're as cheap as I am. Because I identify of value as a woman. I am the one that brings life, that makes sure that without me, that this is not going to happen. And if I say no, you ain't getting nothing. As a woman, I'm saying no. I'm not going to give you my purity until you give me my recognition. I identify as a woman, and you can't tell me I can't identify as such. The time, all I'm saying is, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, Mathas.
I can hear you,
I
man.
do.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank you.
Now, to answer your question, Oshimza, he has asked a question that says, how many women that we have broke their virginity and then we pay the lobolo? Now, that question says, why must I pay something that is for free? Because of you decided to give me your virginity free of charge, then why must I pay? Because of you did not say I'm giving you my virginity, we are doing a loan, and then you do an invoice. Where you say, oh, then you do an invoice, then I know when I have money, then I will do a paycheck and then pay your virginity. You did not say no, I'm giving you a loan. You are giving me your virginity as a free of charge. Now the question says, why must I pay something that is for free? It's more like saying in Dogokudi, why you cannot pay your 350 Sasa grand? Why must I pay a 350 Sasa grand when it is for free? Like a
The time.
virginity.
As a woman, I'm saying the time as a woman, I'm not going to give you for free. You must lobola first. You must lobola me first before I give you.
Yes. Yes.
Sia,
Yes.
time, Mamela Brag, no, not in a bad way. Ne? Arete so. what I'm trying to say here, Miss James, I'm sorry if ever you feel like I'm attacking you. I'm not attacking you. I was just saying whatever that I have to say. Lobola brag. Lobola, Kinana, if you choose to get married and your person, if ubatla the purity, wait in fully, you'll pay the lobola for that person. And
Yeah.
you'll make sure everything is going according to the tradition. Yabi is true. Basadi banyana baka jenu. When I'm saying the women nowadays, ne, she just said we break a lot of virginity out there. No, I didn't broke a lot of virginities. Some of them we just enjoying them the way, because we shell them, then we found them basaba virginity saying echo. So ungasifaki ngisasho futhi ukuthi ungasifaki ukuthi amadoda moshela amantombazana vision babo, ungasifaki sonke. Khuluma ngalabantu baziyo or khuluma ngalabantu bobabonayo, not us. And I think you're gonna feel like ngiyakatheka again. I'm not attacking you. So mina, I'm not saying amantombazana this. I'm saying a lot of women esibabonayo esibaziyo, we see them how they act towards men and how they're willing to sell to that man. You can't have a man and or stable in life, then you just jump because he can't give you the money or he can't afford you. You jump to the other guy. That's why we call it umuntu uyathengisa, when you jump to the other guy. So asiyekeleni lento le ukuthi si point ama fingers to into esingayilungisa sibe ne solution on it. We respect untombazana eza uma uyishela, siyazi ukuthi le ntombazana she's a vision, and we know ukuthi okay uyahlolwa wakahlolwa. Mina ngesuthu sami bayahlolwa amantombazana. But when you get married, you know exactly ukuthi la sengidlile la, I have to pay ukuthi la sengimoshela ijardi labantu, I have to clean the yard because sengenza imess. Yakhishwa something yana iye lapho kabantombazana ukuthi okay, this is how we say siyaxolisa, but the virginity is already gone because of the mistake that we are doing out there. But siyayibhadala, we pay them. Same applies to the Zulus. They do that. They pay if umoshe intombazana ingane yabo, they pay those. But now it seems like we are going to have this fight. Yoguti abanye balahlekelwe virginity, abanye badla mahala, abanye this and this and this. We are not going to find a solution. Let's respect each other. If you shela umuntu, then we are good to uzomshad. If she doesn't your type or he's not your type, just leave him so that he can enjoy her purity alone. I think I'm trying to align this thing. I see again pointing on my fingers, guys. It's not gonna be.
Yes, can I add some few things?
You say
Can
more,
I add some few things?
more. Before you talk, Masladi, the question more here was, is a bride price really necessary, and then why? It was necessary back in the days because of, let's say, our grandfathers will find our mothers being virgins. Now the question, when you say in Dogokuti bride price, it is necessary in our generation. Why must I pay bride price for a person who have been only fat and sad for more than 5 years? What will I benefit from that person that another man has not benefited for free? Now that question comes to that topic, or to that saying, why must I pay for something that has been enjoyed for free? Why must I pay for a car?
There must be in that routine, there must be a mutual agreement between someone who has been living for free and getting it for free there, and now you want to get married. You know, this thing we can fix it this way. Ne? We men, we need to come to terms with the point of saying, I don't want to eat for free. That's number one. I don't want to eat for free. But it's painful these days, because once you get a woman and say, I don't want to eat for free, yeah, she will say, you are not my type. This is cutting away. Yeah, that's where the pain comes now. So we also, we men, we need to rebuke these ladies that if you want me to eat for free here, know that the bride price is gonna be cheaper.
But
Can can I just
Matlat, what man will it say that?
yes.
Imagine if the government can say all the restaurant will be for free. Do you think there will be someone who will want to pay? Can you go to Japanese? Even Japanese, they can say the pizza is for free. Will you say no? I don't want a free pizza. I'm willing to pay. Oh, car. What you must.
Okay, guys, Asenze and so. Let me say this thing and ngiyehle ku panel because I'm at work now. Let me say this. For me now, the pride ilobola, I think it's necessary because you can't take umntana abantu uhlale naye for free nje. Number one, awuthathi umuntu uhlale naye umenza umfazi sesiyakuphi to tradition now. Angeke uthathe umuntu uhlale naye for 5 years kungayenzeki next. That is why i-government izoninyathela because nihlala somenza umfazi lo muntu ufana lo mfazi wakho. So ilobola is kufanele ukuthi siyikhiphe madoda. Asiloboleni siyenze lento yosiko ufanele ukuthi siyenze. But you can't uyenze nje like uyolobola into ozoyibona nawe ukuthi le ayidala. You understand? You can't. Leo, I'm saying this, Bona Brian, I'm saying this because some of us guys here, especially if you can go to Limpopo, guys, you see what is happening that side. I'm not saying go to Limpopo, but you see what is happening that side. Follow them, then you'll see. Umuntu uzala egoli aloka busy angena evarsity ayenza whatever market abuyele ekhaya to ufuna ukusettle in ngale beshadisa umunye 3 months back. Ushade omunye umuntu mawubheka ukuthi ala dala iacha emakofi asha la ashisa limi lonke liacha udlula imqomo mara is pay full lobola somewhere somehow we okay say ilobola asi treated as ilobola siyazi ukuthi ilobola we have to respect the family yakasibanibani because siyothatha imbali no less ukuthi akuse imbali but sesenza usiko ukuthi ngalobola and mangilobola angilobola as if I'm owning you ngikulobola ngoba ngihlonepha ini idlozi lakho abaphansi bakini ukuthi yonke into onayo nami enginayo kuhlangana ibe into eyi1 sikhona ukuzokhulisa umndeni lo oshade kuwo so that we can have kids abantwana ba-right bakhulele kahle baqeda ikolo basebenze impilo iqhubeke. Mina I think lobola iyadingeka ukuthi ibhadalwe madoda siyibhadaleni singayibaleki umsebenzi wethu ukuthi sibhadaleni and number 2 mawumoshile umntana abantu umenzele ingane isase i-virgin just know that ufanele ukuthi ubhadale inhlawulo or ukhiphe whatever that have to be ikhishwe. Not uzokhipha inhlawulo kumuntu okudala ashisa amalimi ngamakofi la adla ama-acha jump imqomo. No, mina I'm not gonna do that unless kuthola ukuthi lo muntu loyo washonelwa. That's why I can say maybe ngaqhubeka naye. You understand? But ezinye izinto bafethu asibeni show ngazo sibuyele emuva in the ancient days asibuyele emuva so that we can cast this case esibona ukuthi yeah it's cover sonke. And some of us, we are not doing the wrong things, but the case that is covered us on because of we not telling each other the truth. If we are telling each other the truth, let's go to their forefathers or maybe the abantu abadala, the community leaders, so that we can try ukuthi lento ingasaqhubeki siqhubekise isiko phambili.
Okay, can we please allow Tobile, guys? She has been here a lot. Tobile.
No, I don't want to comment. I don't want to add anything. I'm just here to moderate.
Oh, another thing. I think the host he said in Dogogo you are the co-host, or I don't know.
Yes, I'm just here to moderate. That's all.
Okay.
But we can acknowledge
Georgina.
Miss Georgina.
Hello, sorry, it's me. I just changed my name. It's Legacy. So, yeah, I just changed my name. Evening, guys, evening. You know, I was on last night and we spoke on this topic, but I just want to add something and say to you gentlemen, you will continue debating and arguing and fighting and trying to take your rightful place in this world and arguing about things like Lobola and continue degrading women, and while you're losing the battle every day. The other day, it was said that women now can, the surnames, right? Today, Constitutional Hill passed that men are entitled to have 4 months maternity leave like women. The next best thing is you guys are going to be told you must have children. So stop fighting about the unimportant things of the world and take your rightful place in this world and stop fighting the women, because women are overtaking you on another level. And if you continue fighting this, I am the man, and I must pay, and I must be the head of, it doesn't work. You must come to the realization that we are evolving as a people. And if you're not going to respect women and treat them equally, you are going to be left behind. Lobola, yes, as a customary practice, it's a good thing and it is a nice thing. It is a beautiful thing when it is used for the right reasons. But when it is used as a dictatorship and an ownership, it's not going to work. Women do not want to be controlled anymore. Women do not want to be paid for. They don't want to be bought. They can do it all by themselves. So when you're sitting and fighting and arguing of how you feel it should be, it's not up to you anymore. And that is something you need to get used to. You need to realize that times have changed. You need to find somebody that is in union with you. And if you want to practice the custom, all well. But you cannot dictate the terms anymore. It doesn't work. And I think by the sound of it and by the look of it, there'll be lots more men that will be left not being married to good women. Because not meaning that you have a child out of wedlock, you are a bad woman. Things happen, life happens. And it does not make you a bad woman. It does not make you a woman with no model standing or model ground like you men always make it out to be. Life happens. Stop sitting around and telling women that they are bad and you are so good, but yet you can go around sleeping around and taking people's virginities left, right, and center. And then you're still the same one that points 5 fingers at people, calling them bad. You guys must stop it. You must come right. Times are changing. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, Georgia, can I ask you a question if you don't mind?
Yeah, bring it on.
What will be the question of marrying a woman if I can get the benefits of a marriage without paying the bride price or without marrying that woman? Because of, if you check, I can even do if and said there is no need for marriage. Now, my question says, what will be the point of a marriage if I can get the same benefit that a married man will get without me being married? Can you answer that question?
Repeat the question. I didn't get that.
The question says, what will be the point of getting married if I can get the same benefits that the married man is getting while I'm not married?
Well, my answer to that is to each its own. Not everybody wants to get married. And marriage is not a must. If 2 people want to be in a relationship where they do not want to put it on paper, but they want to live together, then it is entirely up to them. If 2 people, like I said, if the customary situation suits 2 people, then they must practice it. But it is not a dictatorship. It is what 2 people want. And if you meet somebody and you sit down with that person and you say, this is my desire, and that person is on the same page like you, then live your life. Why do we have to complicate things like this?
Georgia, You did not answer my question.
I
Okay,
answered it very carefully. You asked about the fat and
okay,
sit. I
okay,
am saying to you,
okay.
if
Let me
two
answer it
people,
like this. Let me answer like this. What will
you
be the
can't
point of
answer, you
paying
must
a
ask.
lowball? Okay, what will be the benefit of paying a lowball to something that I can get free of charge? Why must I pay lowball with something that I can get free of charge? If you can pay for a car, or if you can get a car for free, why must you take an insurance to pay for that car if you can get it for free?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Let's say I'm saying, let's say they
Why
are
are
giving
you,
you a car,
why are you
you are
now
saying it's for
comparing
free.
women to cars?
Okay, I will answer you because of listening. The okay, to be on a serious note, when the women they are in a prime, in their prime, they are more valued by men when they are old. This is why, from example, a man who is in his same mind will not want to marry a woman who is 30 and above because of she understand that woman has been through a lot. Woman's past matters in a man. And trust me, I'm a junior pastor, by the way. I know from the prayer request that I get. I never saw a woman who's in her 20s who wants a prayer for marriage. But those ones who are at the age of 45 years, 50, those singles, mom, now they want a good man. And they have been through a lot. And in their past, they have ignored good guys. This is why some of you are single mothers. That is the point. If you can choose a good guys while you are in your prime, you will not experience what you are going through. That is this. Thank you.
So if I understand you correctly, you saying that all men in their prime are good men, and all women in their prime want a good man. And after they've experienced the bad men that you say is the good men in their prime, they now want the good men.
Exactly. This is why you will find, that is the reason why you will find women who are in their 20s, they are getting benefits from their sugar daddies. Now, when their sugar daddies are getting old, do you get what I mean? They don't have a power. They will want to settle with the guys who are in their 30s or who are in their 40s. This is why you will find a man who is in his 40s or in his 30s. He would marry a woman who is in her prime because of he does not want a woman who has an experience. From example, if I may ask Umahlatsi or to any man who's married here, how will you feel if you can see the woman or the man who break your woman's virginity?
But you're generalizing, aren't you?
No, I'm not generalizing. It is a fact. You can ask from any man. You can even ask your brother or any man. That is a fact. Any man who wants to get married, he wants to get married into a virgin woman, and then there is no man who wants to be a stepfather. If any man
That's why I'm saying you're generalizing.
no, I'm not
Because I
generalizing.
have, no,
It's a
you are.
fact.
Can I tell you why I'm saying you're
It's a
generalizing?
fact. No,
Can I
listen,
tell
it's a
you
fact.
why
Him,
I'm saying you're
listen,
generalizing?
listen, it's a fact. You can
No,
ask
it's
any
not a
man. Him,
fact.
listen, listen,
You cannot
listen.
generalize and say it's a fact.
Georgia,
I am
Georgia.
telling you of something that is very close to me. My
Mm,
one brother is married to a woman that had a child out of wedlock. He has
okay.
raised that child from the age of 0 to 30
Mm,
years old now. He is a
mm,
grandfather to that child's child.
mm.
And nothing has made him make that woman any less than my other brother who's married a virgin woman. So you
No,
must stop this
listen,
generalizing that
Georgia,
women that have
Georgia,
children are bad.
Georgia. Your brother is not a man. He's a boy. Because of a man. No, I will tell you. I will tell you. I will tell
Fire.
you.
Okay.
A
That is
man.
I
Listen,
wrong.
must go
You
and
can't
check
say
listen,
again
that,
to
Mr.
see.
listen,
The last time I
listen,
checked, he
listen,
was a man.
listen, 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 listen.
Mr.
A
Tan, you
man
can't say that.
was created to start a family, not to join a family.
As a
The fact
pastor,
that
you're
you can
talking a
join,
whole lot of
no,
gibberish.
listen, listen,
That is
listen, listen. I'm telling you, there is no man who said when I'm growing up I want to be a stepfather. There is no such a dream. If any man who's a stepfather, there is no. It just happens. It is the same as like being disabled when you are old. There is no one who dreams of being disabled.
So you're saying being a stepdad or taking on the responsibility
No,
of a
that
no
that is
good
that.
dad is a disability.
He's been
No, no,
hijacked.
no. You are not a dad. You can never be a dad. A man. was created to start a family, to create a family, not to join a family.
So he
That
did
is a
start the
man.
family, but he just
No,
took on
I don't
somebody else's
listen.
responsibility
I
that
I
wasn't
don't
doing the job.
I listen. I don't know what is your brother is, but I
You said
doubt
he's
if
not the
he's a
man.
man.
You don't know
No.
what he is, but just now you said he's not the man.
Yes.
Can I can I
You're
just
confused.
can I just interject there, if you allow me, please? Okay. The thing, it comes out bad if he says it like that. But what he's saying is that joining a family is not the same as taking the responsibilities of another man. Why is he saying this man is joining a family? Why? Because uh, in most cases, not in all cases, in most cases, the woman will always put her child above the man. So, in actual sense, he's joining another family, he's not starting his own family. I just wanted to, but I'll let it rest. I just
Okay,
wanted
so let me
to
just ask
clarify
you
that.
guys the question. Does it mean, as a man, that you've planted a seed in a woman? Does that make you a father?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Let
Yes.
me.
Excuse me? Say it louder.
I know
Yes.
where you're going.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Can
your
I
answer is
answer it?
yes. You wanna reconsider that answer?
Yes.
Can I
Is your
answer
final
this?
answer yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't
Can,
So
want to
how come
reconsider
are there so many fatherless children?
yeah,
Okay,
can you
let me answer
can
you.
Thank
because the
you.
women made their father to run away.
Why is it
Like,
always
No,
the
no,
woman's
guys,
fault?
let's be fair. I'll try to be fair when I answer this. Uh, I'm not blaming anyone, but this is how I've seen this thing plays out. First, there are good women with good intentions, but because women are inherently in their DNA, they are built, they are wired to be taken care of. Uh, they are also wired to be protected. And if you look at the economic demographics, especially of Africa, 10% of men are well up there to take care of women. All the 90% are either struggling or about to get there. You understand? So what happens? This is nature playing itself out. What happens generally is that a lot of women, they are first drawn to those 10% type of men. And in most cases, 90% of those 10% men, they are married or they are not ready to settle down. You understand?
can
So
I
Are
ask
they
a
we,
man
question?
enough to plant seeds?
yes. So
Thank you.
we have a situation.
Ah,
If you listen, when I made my first submission, I acknowledged the fact that the reason why the society is in a mess to a large extent is because of men. But where I differ with you is you want us to sugarcoat our words when you are calling for women to take accountability for their actions, especially the aspect of unwanted children. Why I always say this is a full responsibility of a woman. Why? Because the woman controls the gate to sexual intercourse. Whether you want to argue against that or not, a fact will still remain a fact. A, a man, that's why we have the word grab, because if a woman doesn't want, it's grab. But when she actually agrees, biologically, it has been proven that uh, the first 10 to 15 seconds you approach a woman, in a mind it already registers that this one I can sleep with them. So it's actually a woman who controls that gate of reproduction. It's not a man's fault. Whether you did a hit and run, whether you have a deadbeat as a baby daddy, whether the guy is in jail, whether he's irresponsible. Let's take accountability, ladies. It was you who called the shot. It was you who invited the men in. That's what I'm saying. So this thing of saying we shouldn't be honor, we can say something completely outrageous, and you ladies would call us out. But if the truth is said in the same manner by a man, it's disrespect now. You don't have respect for ladies. No.
Okay, can I
Let's stop.
answer? Can I answer you?
Wait,
Yes.
can I please?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
I
no.
wanted to say oh, to Mr. Touch. Firstly, this word accountability, please search what it means, because you people are quick to use this word accountability as if it only applies to women. The way you're so fast to use the word accountability, it's like it only applies to women. Number one, you talked about it's always a woman's fault about the intercourse and whatnot. What about the men that manipulate those women into wanting that? Because you can make me think that I want to do something. You can make me think that I want to do something. Is that still my
You
fault?
agree to it.
Okay,
No.
can I answer it?
I know I'm younger than all of y'all, plus please respect me. And then
Uyaphendulwa lo.
secondly,
Uyaphendulwa nje
cha,
mafuna ukukhuluma.
ngilinde phela,
Listen, you ask the question.
Angithi
Let
ngiyalinda
them
ngiqeda.
answer the question. That
Can
is
you
your
mute
problem.
later
You
finish
Nkosana.
later land?
answer a question. You listen, you ask the question.
Let's allow her
Let
to
him
finish.
answer a
Later
question.
land.
Can you answer the question, Mahlatsi?
Yes, let me answer it. Yes, she agrees. If a man can manipulate a woman and she agrees and she sleeps with her and he sleeps with her, it means the woman wants to sleep with the guy. But if a woman does not
Do you
want
know
to
what
sleep with the guy,
manipulation? Do you know what manipulation means?
it's an
Let's start
agreement
there, because I feel
Let's.
like
between the
no.
two.
Do you
Can I?
know? Yes or no? Do you know what
Matati,
manipulation
I
means?
think I'll answer this since I'm the one who brought this up. Remember, in my submission, I think you did what we call selective hearing. In my submission, I
Yes.
mentioned that the first thing that happens is biological. It's biological factors playing themselves out. That's why I alluded to the fact that when a man approaches a woman, already, if as long as he has these traits, as long as he's confident, as long as he's smartly dressed and is looking well up, already biologically it has been proven that within the first 30 seconds of the conversation, a woman already it is registered in her mind that this one I can actually I can actually have smacks with. You understand? That's why you have guys that are put in the friendship zone. That's why you have guys that are put in the customer zone. That's why you have guys that don't do jack for women, but they still get all the best smacks. These are
You
just
see,
biological factors that are playing out. The other thing, I mentioned that women, the way they are wired is that they are wired to be taken care of, to be provided for. That's why I brought up the aspect of 10% of the guys that are rich are the ones that we that are giving us the bad name. Because
Okay, can I come in quickly?
can I finish? Can I let?
But
Because
you
what
seem so mature today and
but
you're
you
saying the
didn't let
same
me
thing.
finish.
can I
That's funny
finish? Can
because
I
you
let?
didn't let me finish.
Exactly, and
But
you're
you didn't let
repeating
me
yourself. You're
finish.
saying the same thing again. You heard all about how you're blaming women for everything.
Let's allow them
No.
touch. Let's allow them.
I apologize. I
Let's
even
allow them.
forgot I'm
Can,
moderating.
okay, can I just land? First of
Land.
all, that's why I'm saying you guys, you are doing selective listening. I said that most of the things that are happening in society attribute it to men. That's us as men taking responsibility. What about the things that women are doing that are contributing to the mess that we have in the world? And in this particular case, the right, they have the right to say no to a partner. They're not, please, let's not talk about manipulation. We are not grade ones
Huh.
here. We can't talk about manipulation.
Why?
If okay, then the law has there has to be a law that
Agreement.
says that no, there has to be a law that says that if you think that you were manipulated, call it grab. You can't be
It
manipulated.
should be a law.
Bona, make sure intercourse is like eating. You are hungry, I am hungry. We eat together. How did I manipulate you to eat?
If you let me finish,
When you
maybe
are
I
in
can make you
agreement that we
understand.
are both hungry, we should eat.
If you let me finish, maybe you can understand. But I feel like here y'all just wanna
Okay, then.
ramble and y'all wanna be the only ones who wanna talk, and that's fine. By the way, manipulation is a real thing. The fact that if I say no and you be like, come on, that is basically manipulation. And when I say manipulation, I'm not only talking about you manipulating me, I'm talking about my parents and what society, like right now, manipulation right now, which is actually something that's happening that you people can see with your eyes. Hookup culture has become a thing. And not everyone actually wants to do hookup culture, but they are made and thought that it's actually a good thing. You can those things are wrong. The reason why these things are there, it's because men manipulated women, and not only that, but also women also somehow what manipulated men, and then after it became a thing, it became normalized by society and us ourselves. So you cannot say manipulation is not real. Meanwhile, it is real, because you're telling me if manipulation wasn't real, why are older men dating kids? Buying them things, what. You said it with your mouth. You said that, your words, by the way, not mine. You said men are meant to be providers. But when I said something about a man providing a woman, I was called, you said I'm selling. Am I right? Am I lying? No, I'm not. Mr. Time and Mr. Mahlatsi said I'm selling when I said men, when a woman wants something and a man has to take care of that woman, basically, like,
I'm sorry for saying that. I
hear
apologize.
what I'm trying to say. You all said I was selling. Did you not? No, you don't have to apologize, because when I gave you the chance to apologize, you didn't want to apologize. So you can't apologize now because I keep bringing it up. Like, I will not take that apology.
Okay.
Like, I'm so sorry. Because when I said it the first time, you didn't care. So why do you care now?
Okay.
And after you're gonna
Because
call us
you are
emotional
wrong
beings
Okay.
because
and I
I'm
hate you.
upset
I'm
about
Okay.
sorry.
that.
You know, my lad. I okay, wait. As I am
By the way, you're
identified
like
as a
contradicting
president.
yourselves.
Yeah,
You'll say
listen,
this, you'll
wait.
say that, and then after that, because it's not according to y'all anymore, it's no more favoring y'all, you'll turn against what y'all are saying, which is a very hypocritical. Like Mr. Time said, he's a pastor, but a pastor should value women and should respect women, regardless whether that woman is a virgin and not a virgin. And as a pastor, you shouldn't be entertaining people sleeping around. That is very contradictory of what you are doing in your job. You're so quick to contradict yourself and then blame women for it, because I don't know whether it's the ego or what's wrong, but something is wrong with you all. Just as something is wrong with females, because we are built to defend ourselves, because no one defends ourselves. Nobody defends women. We have to do it ourselves, because you're so fast at pointing fingers at us. You'll forget that most things in this world, it's cause of men. Grape started because of men. When a woman says no, you don't want to take that no. You'll want to make her into thinking that smacks and whatnot, intercourse, it's okay. And then after that, you don't want to pay ilobola. Meanwhile, you are the same person who said, "Hi, a girl who does not have who's sleeping around is not okay." But you are the same person who's breaking lamantomazane. And then after that, you saying why should you pay for something that you can get for free? For starters, why are you wanting that thing for free? Why ungathatha umfazi if wena ngempela you value virginity and whatnot? Why are you taking other people's virginity for free? Uyayibona ukuthi you contradicting yourself. Thank you
Okay.
very much. That was actually the last submission, because I'm not gonna lie, I am tired and I'm very upset because of the insults you've been giving and whatnot. Thank you. Good night to you all.
Okay. I am identified as a president and then pronounced as His Excellence. Listen, the reason why I say, or the reason that statement came up that says she was selling, of which I'm not going to say that is wrong, because of in her relationship there is what we call a price tag. And we know that each and everything that has a price, there has to be a purchase. And that thing, we call it selling, whatever it is. So we were not wrong. I did not make the mistake by saying she is selling, because of there is a price tag in her. Those were her words. She said we are too broke to date her. That means there is a price tag, and then we cannot reach that price tag. Then how do we call that thing? That is selling. That is the part of a selling. Thank you.
So let me acknowledge. I don't know if Umahlatsi spoke.
Mina benginama questions. I have questions to ask ladies. Ne? My question, I think two. Ne? Number one, my question is to ladies. Can a lady allow an unemployed man marry her? Nah, that's number one. And then question number two, it says, can when a man says he wants to marry, who is going to be the head between the two? Because there must be a head.
Okay. Georgie, do you want to answer that? And also, hi, Mbali.
Hi, Mbali. Okay. So yes, I just want to say two things. Firstly is, when I came on to the platform, I distinctly said that you men are continually degrading women and putting women down, but not noticing that how women are overtaking you. Women are actually going to be called the head of the homes before you know it, because you sit and you have these degrading conversations, you attack women, you blame everything on women. Women need to take accountability for everything. They even have to raise children on their own. So why are men needed? Just to plant seeds? Is that the only thing they need it for? Because science can also make a plan with that. So then you men need to just be wiped out because you're good for nothing. You don't take responsibility and accountability. You keep blaming the women for everything. The women are taking your jobs. The women are taking the sexual sorry, I lost thought pattern there. But they're taking responsibility for that and accountability for that. They're raising children without dads being present. And it's just the list goes on and on. And then we come to a discussion like this of Lobola being paid, and now you're being compared to cars and insurance and like customs that were in way before we were even born. These customs were there, and today it's a debate, it's a question. But it also just shows how you don't want to take accountability for being a man to make sure that you do the right thing by a woman. You want to have her for free, and women don't want don't actually want to be paid for anyway. And also, before you know it, it's going to be that men are not even needed as a point of reference when being the head of the home. Because you guys don't want to be providers. You don't want to take responsibility. You don't want to claim back your positions that you're supposed to have. You even now want to give up the fact of having to pay Labola, which has been there with our forefathers and the fathers before them. You are so quick to pounce on women and make women take accountability for everything. Women have already overtaken you in the workplace. Women are doing everything that you can do. So all I'm saying is take accountability and stop making it look like women are the bad ones. Because we still the ones that are raising you people. Because with mindsets like this, you still can't think for yourselves. You sit here and make derogatory terms and insult women and things like that.
Okay. Another thing, our forefathers were paying lobolo for women who were virgins, and then our fathers were not his stepfathers. Now the question can be, why must I pay for lobolo for a finished product? Why must I pay lobolo for
There we
something
go
that has
again.
been
You don't
finished
have
for
ears
free?
for a pasta. You are something
No,
else.
no,
Serious.
no. Let's be realistic, Miss
Our
Georgie.
fathers, listen, man, our forefathers never paid lobolo for a woman who's not a virgin. Our
How do you
forefathers, they
know?
never make.
Yeah, how
It's
How
did
because
do
you
of
you
know
Fuji's
know?
main
that? Were
culture.
you there?
No one in my, yes, I was there. There
Did
was
you
my
did you go and test did you go
listen,
and test the
listen.
virginity?
Guys,
You are
Yeah,
the time. You are
my
a man.
grandmother was not
I
a slave
respect
queen.
you, my guy.
My
Panelists,
grandmother was not a slave queen. My grandmother does not even know a weave. Do you get what I mean? My grandmother does not have
But
so much body
you men
count.
designed that.
Listen,
You men
no.
designed the
Listen,
wigs
I'm
and all
telling.
that. Now
Listen,
you want to
yeah.
complain.
Listen.
that's the point.
We
Let's listen.
designed it. We designed it, and then it came up with the good consequences. Then you
It's not.
cannot design a system, and then you
It's
want
not.
that
You know
system
it's
to
not.
come up with the good consequences.
Mina, I have a valid question. Mina, I have a valid question. I have a valid question. Let me ask this question. Ne? Let me ask this question. How can I pay lobola to someone who's not submissive?
Okay.
It's not about that.
Okay, guys, can I say something?
Festivals, I want to acknowledge
Hi,
my
Mbali. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello. Um, I
Hello,
think,
Mbali.
hello, hi guys. I think it's very sad that our generation, or the people in this panel, let me just say the people in this panel, they want to draw down lobola as for just sex, like marriage for just sex. And if you're not a virgin, and it's well, your lobola should be whatever, low, and all of that. And I think, okay, I'm Sotho. So kasi Sotho, in Sotho there are cows that like the first cow, it's for the mother, to appreciate the mother, and the other cow, it's to appreciate the father, and the other cow is appreciating the ancestors. Okay, I can't remember the other ones, but there's also a cow that actually shows that you will be able to take care of our child. There will be one that shows that you will be able to take care of our child. And I think there is no, okay, maybe there is, let me not say there isn't, but maybe there is one that says, okay, this one we will minus it because the girl is no longer a virgin. But in Soto also, there is where people, and this is in tradition, in culture, where people actually marry the people that have already had kids. In a sense of, if the brother had died, there will be families that say, okay, the younger brother will take on that wife. Do you understand that?
But in this
Yeah, I
generation,
do
you
get
ladies
it.
don't agree with it.
It's the same in my culture, Mbali.
Sorry?
It's the same in my culture.
Okay, yes. So
My
I'm
culture.
saying that it happens. And you cannot tell me that
people who have children cannot be married or they shouldn't be married. And the time when you are saying that, oh, why should I pay for someone who stayed 5 years and what, but it is you. You are the problem. Because why, as a man, would your father let you stay with a woman in a house that you did not pay for? That is the moral. Like, your family lacks morals. That is on you and what your father has taught you. It has absolutely nothing to the lady, because the lady stays with you as you being a man to lead and thinking, I am building this family. And if your intentions are maybe after 5 years not to marry that person, well, now times have changed. Even back then, men would still have kids with other women, and women will also have kids with other men. It, like, so many men, and in so too again, when a woman who is married, so if I'm Mbali, I am married to Georgie, and I have a baby with, I don't want to say any of these guys. Let's say Kanya on the timeline. If I have a baby on the side with Kanya, that baby should be raised as Georgie's child. And that's how we never knew as we grew up that, okay, these siblings, they are not of the same family, they are not of the same father. That's how we knew that. But it still happened when men, they raised kids who were not theirs. It was just treated as a private thing, a family matter. It was not supposed to be told. Like right now, we know because, well, everybody wants to show out their kids out. Yeah, that's my kid. And also people right now, they have so much ego. Yeah, I have a baby with her and I left her, which is like, so I was just, and also the other thing that I also wanted to clarify on the touch, there is something, if you manipulate someone in South Africa, it's called rape by deception. When you lie and you say this so that the person can have sexual with you, smacks with you, and they do it, they can go tomorrow and lay a charge of rape. It
No,
is law.
under what section?
Google it, my guy. Google it. Google
Okay,
it.
okay, okay.
Can I?
Let me ask you this,
I
Mbali. What is a
actually asked in the
manipulation?
comments if I can be the first to ask. May I?
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. This is where you lose me, ladies. When I first made my submission, I took the opportunity to say we as men have failed in this aspect and in this aspect and in this aspect. I'm taking responsibility. I'm taking what you call accountability. Now, when you were making your submission, you said that if my father is letting me stay with you without paying lobola, it means that we don't have morals from where where I'm coming from, and that's a fact. But if you as a woman, you are coming into my house without me paying lobola for you, doesn't it say the same about your parents? That's why I'm saying, as long as we don't take accountability, both of us, both the genders, as long as we don't take accountability for our mistakes, we will never fix this thing. Secondly, the thing you brought up about what was it about Grab? I'm not denying that fact, but I'm saying if you look at the states, Grab states, how many cases of that nature have actually been forwarded and have been won in court?
Okay.
They are very little. Statistically, they are very little, which means that it is Grab, and we won't discuss anything further on that. The issue was that why I'm saying women control the gates to sexual intercourse. It's on them. Us not being present fathers, us not being willing to marry, us diverging women and leaving them for the next guy to marry, that's on men. But why can't you just take that accountability on the fact that you guys, you control the guest who gets to sleep with you?
If we had control over that, there wouldn't be so many rape charges in South Africa. There wouldn't be.
That's why I'm saying that
We
grab is not a
don't.
fact here, because grab is forced. Wabo, I'm talking about two adults here, a male and a female, that are engaging in consensual sexual activities. Let's keep grab out of this because it's forced. It's someone actually forcing themselves on you. If what you're saying makes sense, it would then mean that most of the children in South Africa, I'm talking by numbers here, they're a result of grab, of which is not the case. Most of the unwanted pregnancies, most of the fatherless homes, it's because people had consensual sexual activities.
Oh, okay. Hi. I think I got lost there on what you were saying, but what I did you? Oh, wait. Let me start with this. Did you have a question for me?
No,
Um,
I was rebutting the points that you made in your submission.
Okay.
guys, you still Bali and Georgie, you still haven't answered Mahlati's two questions,
Oh, what did Mahlati
which
What
say?
are:
was the questions?
would you date or marry someone who's broke? Then the second question is, then afterwards, who would be the head in that union?
Bali, do
Guys,
you want to go first?
let me go first. And I think Georgie said that each person can do what they want, guys. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. There are people out there. You think in this economy everyone is married to a rich man? You think in this economy every man in the house is making more money than the woman? Like, people are just trying, right? Like, they're just trying there to make things work. And the time, that's probably why there's so many fat and sets, because people are trying to combine what they have together so that they can actually live in this economy. And I feel like those are the other things that we guys don't put into factor, like that the factors that we don't actually put in consideration when we think about these things. Because what do you mean that like, who would be the head? The head would still be the man. It would still be the man, because the man is the head. And the culture actually changes so much, because if you are saying that just because you earn less money then you shouldn't be a man, it goes back to what has been actually clarified in this chat, that um men are broke, you men are broke, and all of that. Like, it goes back to that, where people look at you and say that you are broke just because they call you names, just because now you don't make as much as they do. I
Okay.
don't know why that is part of the question, but I feel like the men should still be the head, if even if they have like less money. But yeah.
Okay.
Bali,
Can I just on that? I actually just wanted to answer or actually ask a question. When you said earlier that when a woman and a man are supposed to, I can't remember exactly how it was put, but you were kind of saying, I think Imbali said that when the woman, your fathers aren't haven't raised good men because you haven't taken the accountability to ask for the hand in marriage. And Bali, what was it that you said? You said something to that effect, right?
Yes, the morals of your father, they should have taught you to
Yes.
do better.
Yes. So the answer to that was, what about the woman? What about the woman's father or the woman's parents? Why haven't they raised her better? So my question to that is, so what you're saying is that now, is the woman supposed to lead everything? Because if it's now up to the woman also to approach the family and to ask for the hand in marriage and to start the negotiations, to take accountability for him damaging their daughter, is that role also now reversed to the woman? Must the woman also take responsibility for that now and accountability? So that means men are now shifting the blame once again. It's the woman's responsibility. The woman is in control of the sexual act. She must be in control of taking accountability if the man must take accountability for his actions as the man, as the person that wants to be the head of the home, but yet she must take accountability. And then also, you can build with a broke man, but you can't build with a dumb man. So I hope that answers your question. You can
That's fact.
build with a broke man, but you can't build with a dumb man.
Those are facts.
Those are
Okay.
facts, yes. Can I
Okay.
come to...
Wow, thanks,
I just
Regina.
want to
Thanks.
answer it because it was directed to what I submitted earlier. The thing is, you see, men are born natural leaders. That's a fact. That's why I'm saying there are so many aspects as men where we have failed as men. But even if you understand in our African culture, there are areas that a man has no business interfering. Even when we were growing up, in my culture, there were aunts or women of repute that would sit down with girls and say, at the age of 10, 11, 12, you are going to experience this and this and this. And this is what you must do. You must keep your purity. It wasn't a man's job. That alone was women's business. That leadership role, when it comes to that aspect of purity, it was a woman's job. That's why I'm saying, if you are going to blame my parents for not raising me right and staying with a woman that I didn't pay bride price for, why can't it be said the same for the woman's parents? It's not complicated science. It's accountability. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay, because I'm the one who said that. Let me answer you. Because so now you want to do it as, okay, if women do this, then men should do this. If women do this, then men should do that. Didn't you guys say that earlier? You can't compare the two. If men are really the way that you said it, said that men are Anna, don't sleep with 12-year-olds the time. Anyway,
Uh, thank you,
sorry.
Mbali.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Mina, Mina, I have a certain view again also, ne? Mina, I want women to start shooting the shots, to start asking for hand in marriage. We are tired as men because once we do it, you're saying we have ego. We want women to shoot the shots today, and we want women to also ask for hand in marriage. We want women to pay lobola on us also. Since well, the law has changed.
Mashati,
Yes.
my brother, please, nna ke tlo reject ntho e bolelang. Let me say this why.
Straight up.
Re ke fetse. Mahlatsi, mosadi a ka se lobole monna.
Can I just laugh out loud and rude, actually?
Guys, you know what? Bafetso, are tlole he contradict ka dilo tse ding. Some of the things like Georgina just said, Georgia, or I'm sorry if I spell it wrong. Una le dilo tse ding tse tlamehile re ska ra contradict ka tsona Bafetso. Let's be realistic, or let's be real on one thing once in our lifetime. Re ka se tlo dumella hore batho ba bomme ba re lobole, number one. And mosebetsi wa rona as men, we have to provide for who? Provide for our wives that we get married to. We understand, and re tlohele this thing ya hore king re tlohele blame re supana ka menwana, pointing fingers at each other, saying this and this and this and this. Guys, it's gonna help us. Now we go into this thing again. Yeah, lobola. You have to pay it to respect their ancestors, respect the family of that woman that you taking it. You taking her. So let's go back on the olden days. Then respect. As if, like, I'm not saying I'm because of but some of the things an advantage. Some of men and women, they take advantage on at each other, saying these things. Story naga nyala fela, I'm going to show him what media understand. So we contradict. Let's face the fact. Let's get lobolat. If you want to get to the lady Shela and say, lady, I have feelings for you. Let's see. Then the lady, if you gonna broke the purity, the lady, just know that you're going to pay her. And that paying her, you're not owning her. You pay in 12 ring. It's a thing eloring. It with more way and but again keep kamusoba high. It future high. So you can't take someone's future and ubosa patel. Ne?
No,
Number two. Musadi anan lengwana ka Sesotho saka. Musadi anan lengwana ha tliswa ka ntlong ke se antlo. Of which re a nka mosadi ha ona manka ba mangata mle ho tseba hore ngwana o ha swa ka mtaung. So this is a protective an issue. So re nka lelapa ra le re nyala mosadi ana le di good morals ana le ngwana. Re tlo nyala mosadi le re khala ntsa jumpa mqomo antsa etsa bana khale ngwana etsa bo dlamene bo mkhize bo mfukeng bo letwaba bo mamma. No, we can't do that. But if u bona re mosadi o it was just a mistake or arobale one of the idiot eloreng in a fita fella tester, then that's where we're gonna see okay mo ringa moto rimkisa gamo, and we protect that kid who are safe. Let's not contradict each other without any fear of favor. We are not going anywhere because we are going to point fingers at each other. At the end of the day, we don't have what you call a conclusion on this thing. So are stopping anything rebattling yes, but I believe but they earn much, they earn more than men. And when they earn more than men are being intimidated by those women. And it's happening. We agree on that. But a man's job is to provide. Provide, if your wife or your girlfriend knows that 10 rand, 50 rand. So that provide with that 10 rand. I agree with you, rather. Provide with that 10 rand. So stop saying he must put on this and on table and do what. While you have protect. I'm talking about the purity ones and those who've been raped or who've like idiot. So I'm not talking about strategy source of income. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about I'm talking about those women. But yeah, it's some more because that. For me, it's a no. I'm not gonna allow. I'm not gonna. But allow for my life. If it happens to me, I'm gonna get married to someone. If have another eloring mutuate umusile and mutua will pila. Then that's where I can say no, you deserve this. Actually, you still deserve the right thing to be done on you. It won't help. At times, I can utlwisisa hore na o bolela jwang, but ha re lekeng hore bomme ba feel okay around us. A se hore ke hanyetsana le maikutlo a lona, but somewhere somehow I feel hore yes, re ka ba frustrated or ra ba ka tsela e re bang ka yone. At the end of the day, a re ba feng nako ya bona ba kgona ho tla submita, because rona re le banna ha re nke from lenyalo, banna ha ba bewe ha ba laui. They don't have like they go to that panel ya bo mama ba yang ko ba lo bua le ngwanyana. When you arrive at ko in your in-laws, you must do whatever, do like everything. But Rona, they don't take that for the meeting. Raymond, now you are a grown man. You are about to have your own family. So this and this and this and this and this you need to do. We learn it from social media, from the television. You understand? Some of the fathers, some of the guys, they are so lucky to have like myself. Still, I have my father, and he's still talking to me in this age of I am now, right now. And the guidance that I get from that old man is still working for me. But the thing is, Bafetu, are re di contradictor, re bue nnete, and re amohela hore re na le bofokodi. And nowadays basadi ba tlo re berekela hodimo, because rona re tlo le ntho ela hore re abusiwa because of letsweke la basadi. No, a se ntse la basadi fela. If re le banna re dula fatshe re ka ra ikopanya ra etsa men's conference, ra bolela hore pila se re setsang re le banna ke sefeng. Some of them ba fihlile mo ba senya banyana ba batho ba ska ba botsa hore na what is like o ya ka le ka di plan, doesn't have a future plans, o a mo senya mo isa bat. That's why re tla re blame and re ho to banna ba sentse banya ba robile bana ba to virginity. A lot of men broke virginity, but they don't want to take responsibilities. No, we need to address those issues before we can come up with the lobola topic. You understand? Because lobola topic is a sensitive issue to some of the people who don't even like understand or lobola ke eng. Let's go back to our roots, guys.
Mole, can I correct you with I think with a little bit mistake?
Yeah, I'm correct, Warra. I can problem.
You see, according to my Xhosa culture,
yes,
once a man pays a lobolo to a woman, you see, because of according to the Xhosa culture, we believe that a woman belongs to her father. That means once a man pays a lobolo to a woman, that woman does no longer belong to her father. He belongs to you now as a man. So that means you own that woman. Hence, it will be your mother who will give that woman a new identity. That means a new name. And then that woman will take your surname, including your clan name, according to my culture. Umzekelo, if let's say I pay ilobolo to a particular girl as a Xhosa, that girl, when he comes into my family, that girl will be given a new name, a new surname, and a new clan name. That means that girl, he will belong into the Mali family, not to his father's family. So according to my culture, once you pay a lobolo's woman, you own that woman. That is according to my culture. Hence, you have to give a new identity to that woman. And I think that was the purpose of a lobol. Thank you. Even a Zulu man can attest to that. Let us not talk something. Then we don't want to face the consequences of this. This is why you are going to find in Dokokoti in like.
Okay. This question. Correct my brother. The time, please. Correct. Mfethu, number one. Auna mthatlo owner motho o mong mo lefatsheng. Auna right ya owner motho. You are not God. You're not owning me. And even the lady, if I got one nyala, she's not owning me. No one own anyone here. So the problem is this thing. Yaore le rata unka dilo re owner batho. Ke yona ntho tlo re le matsa. Ke yona ntho tlo re read contradict ka everything. Re bona re etsa dilo right. Can't raise that wrong. Let's not saying we take women, we pay lobola so that I can own women. No, we don't own, bruh. We just building a family. We don't own. Because if you are owning, wait,
according to my culture, listen. According to my culture, this is why we are going to find in Dokokoti, if a woman Jongani, according to my culture, this is why you are going to find if a woman gets married or gets pregnant while she's like if a woman gets married, if a woman gets pregnant while she's not married, the elders are going to say that when you are a disgrace to your father's surname, to your father's house. That means if I pay lobolo for a woman, that authority from her father goes. Then I come with a new authority. Hence, that woman is going to be given a new name, a new surname, and a new clean name. That means that woman will be given a new identity. Do you get what I mean? That means that woman, she does no longer belong to that house. She belongs to my house. Like, from example, my surname is Mali and my clan name is Gaba. If I marry a woman now, that woman will be given a new name and a new surname. And then that surname will be Mali. And then her clan name will be Gaba. That means now that woman does no longer belongs to her home. She belongs in my home. I think it is also like that in a Zulu culture. That was the purpose of Ilobolo. Hence, you are called Umakoti. This is why the cultures in the Kokuti, where women will have to wake up in the morning and then do a tea for the mothers-in-laws and the fathers-in-laws. That was the purpose of Ilobolo. Thank you.
Okay, well, I read so, my brother. Ne, Kgopela hore re etse so. I'm still gonna see. Say this, me, my brother. Whether you ulanda umuntu legi kwasibanibani kamtawunga kwasa ini whatsoever, lento ukuthi you owning, ayihlali kahle. You don't own anyone. You own. You don't like, please. Leyo ngicela ukuthi I'm not against your opinion, but for the panel, I'm like, yazini guys, na ngicela ukuthi senze so this thing, ownership for abafazi. Let's stop this thing because it's not gonna help. That is why nizothola ama divorces, nizothola ama high rate of murderers or abantu badlisana because of you think that you owning women. No.
Can you give Usigwebo a
Right.
chance?
Yeah.
Can
I
you give
wanna.
Usigwebo a chance?
Yeah. I wanna
Let me
give
take out.
Usigwe
Let me go
chances.
step down.
Okay. Thank you so much, Putmoel.
Oh, Usigwebo, are you there, my
Yes, you
brother?
can go ahead.
Yes, ngikhona first nawo akuyena usigwebela but are you
Sorry,
okay?
bro.
Yeah, no problem, Mara. So I'm just here to give my 2 cents. First of all, we, by reading from what people are saying, females wants to be paid ilobol. Some don't want to be paid ilobol. Men want to pay ilobola, and some men don't want to pay ilobola. So I'm gonna be giving my 2 cents based on what you guys both said, women and men. Lobola is buying a woman. You buy something, once you buy it, you own it. If you want to be paid lobola, it means you want to be bought. Any financial exchange is buying. If a man buys you, he owns you. You own him. Because there was a reason why they were called, once you get married, you are one person. So you buy your own piece. Now, women want to say they don't want to be bought, yet they fighting to be bought. They fought to be in the corporate space with men, the same men they want to be provided by. They fought for 50-50. Now they say it's men who wants 50-50. There are reasons why they even formed organization called feminism. Feminism are there to fight against men for women to be in the same corporate space, yet they want to be provided by the same men. They say men are broke. How can you not be broke when you are in a corporate space with the majority of people in this earth? Women are more than us on this earth. So they want to be in the corporate space. That means the corporate space is going to get smaller for men. There are women who are rich. Now, nowadays, they say they don't need men. because men don't afford anything nowadays because women inflated corporate space. Feminism is formed by women to fight the patriarchy, your whatever they say it is, your inequalities of the past. Now women are fighting to get benefits of the same patriarchy they say they don't like. It's so frustrating that women want to fight men about things they themselves came up with. They came up with feminism. They say feminism is bad. They came up with 50-50. They say 50-50 is bad. Men came up with the lobola. They said it's bad. Now they say no, they want to be paid lobola, but they say they don't want to be bought again. I don't understand, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I think he made a valid point there. He made a valid point. Let's be honest. I think women would need to come to the drawing point, to the drawing board. I mean, and ask and make things right, and ask themselves what is it that they really want. As in terms of marriage and relationship and life and everything. But is the truth. When a woman gets money, she doesn't want a man. But when a man gets money, he wants a woman. So hey, it's hey.
Okay, thank you. Kanya. Sis Kanya, please.
Hello, good evening.
Evening.
Hi.
You know, I came to the live pumped today, ne? But I'm deflated, heavily deflated, because when I listen to the men on the panel speak, I realize that so many men have been neglected to the point whereby even their reasoning skills have become very questionable. While women were busy being taught to be a certain way, our men have been neglected because they don't know what it is to be a man to a woman in this era that we live in. And it's very loud and clear when you hear it on the panel here, because if you ask a man, what is your role in a relationship? They will they will tell you that it's to provide, it's to protect, it's to what. But you're talking to a guy who is living in this very same era as you. It's not like he's living in the medieval times. No, he's living here in 2025. You'll find a man saying, provide and protect. But when you go in depth and ask them, what is it to provide and protect now in 2025? They'll tell you, hey, to pay all the bills. Guys, that's nonsense. Most men in the middle class and below the middle class are not paying all the bills. It's reality. That's not happening. Most men babambisene na somebody unless they are single men. And secondly, when you ask a man what is it to protect in this era, they will tell you about a theoretical robber that will come and rob in the night. But in between, while we are waiting for this robber to come and rob us in the night, what is your protection that you're providing? First of all, the things that you're saying, the derogatory things that you're saying about women is actually the opposite of protecting a woman. And if you are able to freely speak like that of a woman on a panel with your whole chest out, to me, that tells me you know nothing about what protection truly is, because we are not even trying to protect the dignity of these so-called women that you claim to love or claim to want to be with or claim to want to marry. You are now reducing them to comparing them to cars, telling them that they are to be bought, they are what. So, Mina, personally, and no touch of class, I'm not speaking for you. I'm telling you what I'm hearing on this panel from men. I'm telling you what I'm hearing and what I think of what I hear. It's very sad to hear that men in this era do not know what it is to protect a woman in this day and age.
You are meant to protect me as a whole, not just my physical body. Protect me spiritually, protect me emotionally, and protect my dignity. Don't be dragging my name in the mud, calling me a second-hand car. Don't be dragging me in the mud, calling me a finished goods. Don't be understand my value. And protecting me stands from understanding my value in your life. And if I add no value to your life, walk away. Don't stick around saying all these derogatory things just to ease your own conscience. Walk away from a woman that's not for you. Walk away from a person you see no value in. There's no need to stand around trash talking that person. You'll never hear Ferrari, since you like to compare, you'll never hear Ferrari trash talking VW, because guess what? They understand the value of the product that they have. So if you understand the value of the woman that you have in your life, then you wouldn't be here making noise about other women and what other women are doing and what they're not doing and whatnot. And guys, if you carry on like this, I'm telling you, you will build your houses on shaky foundations and wonder why. But that's my submission for now.
Beautifully said, Kenya. Beautiful.
But I have a question here. How can you protect someone who does not protect herself? Number one. How can you provide for someone who does not live up to your worth to prove that she deserves your protection, she deserves your love, she deserves your provision, she's submissive, she listens, she obeys? Pella, women these days wants to be in the same competition with men.
Again, I said, if this woman is not at your par, is not at your standard, it's okay to walk away and leave her alone. Don't try and twist her into being what you want her to be, because clearly she's not what you want. Why forced? Because you can see that this person is not for you. When usa forced us also grasa as if you've dated all the women in South Africa. Ayisuka.
But ngaleso sikhathi ngizabe ngimosha imali yami ngibhadele ilobola. Ngenza umshado.
So tell me,
Ngibhadelele imoto.
so tell me,
Ngithenge igrocery.
lo muntu omshadayo kanti ushada umuntu ongamazi. Are you can you tell me, are you men getting married to strangers, or are you marrying people that you already know? By the time so umshada lo muntu lo uyamazi ukuthi upheka brown onion. It's not brand new news to you. So uzofuna ukucomplaina ngoba nako sekukhishwe inkomonyana eziphuma kini sokuzorasela lokho ayisuka. So lo muntu lo ngesikhathi usamshela usaqala into yakho naye, you knew what you were dealing with, you knew who the person that you were with, you had a rough idea. So if now you're gonna go yoloboli stranger, then ufuna ukukhalela bani exactly?
Can I ask a question?
Well, women are good pretenders. Women are good pretenders. They can pretend for 10 years. Pretend to be a man, to be loving, to be caring, to be honest, to be everything. Once you marry her, then her true colors come. That's why Touch said. That's why Touch said it's
not make it.
That's why Touch said.
It a dialogue, guys. Can you not make it a dialogue, please? I just want to make my submission and go down and let others come up. Can I please do that?
Okay.
All right. What I'm trying to say, Minala, when Kanye, let's be realistic and not see social media things and try and build them around our lives. We all know that there is something called correcting the imbalance of the past. Hence, you have your 50-50s. Hence, you have your 50-50s everywhere you go. There is 50-50. Now, you can't be saying that 50-50 it's men who are pushing it. Now that it doesn't benefit you. You say you hate patriarchy. I think every woman hates patriarchy. Patriarchy that says women must stay in the house, must look after their kids, must not go to work. I think every woman hates it. Being paid lobola is part of patriarchy. So you can't be picky and choosy on patriarchy. You say you hate patriarchy, yet you want to be paid lobola. You want to be looked after. How can I look after someone that I go onto a corporate space with? How can I protect someone who says she wants to go to the club? If I say no, she says I'm controlling. How can I protect someone that when I say so and so is not good for you. They say, no, you are misogyny, you are controlling, you want to make me.
Squabble, tell
Can I
me
please
now
carry
before
on?
you
Can
go
I please
further.
finish? Can I please finish?
But I think I can see where
Can I
you're
please
going and
finish?
you're just wanting to
Can
drag
I
your
please
point
finish?
further for no reason.
Finish, Kanye.
Okay, can I
Let him
please
Let
finish?
finish.
let him finish.
Can I please finish? Thank you. All right. So we also as men can't be saying we want submissive women, the same woman we are in a corporate space with. So someone who is leading men where she works, do you think she would want to be led at home? So what I'm trying to say here, I think we as a nation or as people in general, we should leave this Lobola thing because it doesn't carry as much value as it did before. It doesn't make sense now. Now it's actually a scam. Now it's actually buying. Back then it was a trade between two families. Now it's actually a trade between two people. A woman marries you sometimes to get what you have. Sometimes marry you sometimes. Women marry you sometimes for what you have. Yes, before they said indoda indoda ngeenkomo zayo. Can we say that in nowadays where we're in a corporate space with the same woman? Can we say we want women to be our wives, yet we are going every day leaving our kids with Oneni? We're going with women to corporate space to work with, yet they want to be provided. They even form organizations. I will repeat this. They form organizations called feminism. Women are celebrated on the 9th of August because they fought for equality. Yet they want to be equal with us, yet we must provide for them. They're contradicting themselves. Anyway, yeah, bong.
Yeah, Sekwabela, my brother, can I give you an advice? Oh.
I personally don't think there is any contradiction. I just think that it's are not for every man to comprehend clearly, and it shows. And it's okay to accept that we are not on the same wavelength and that you can't protect for us. You just accept that you can't provide for us, accept that you can't protect us anymore.
Yeah.
Find something new to do because clearly you're failing.
Yes.
Okay, can I just
Yes,
make this
Matlaz.
submission before I go to
Matlaz.
sleep,
Wait,
guys?
yes, Matlaz, can I tell you something, my brother?
Yes.
You see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story about my life on how I was judged. And I want you to judge me, to tell me whether I was wrong or right. And you can also judge me, touch. You see, I became a Christian, I think at the age of 12. Yeah, that is where I became a Christian. I became a Christian, then I studied, I worked so hard. Actually, I'm 26. Actually, I became a pilot at the age of 26 years old. And then when I was at the age of 26 years old, I was a virgin. Never kissed a girl. I can say I've barely hugged a girl. I've never kissed a girl. Like it was very rare to hang out with girls because of I was being taught about the priesthood and all of that stuff. Now the problem start at the age when I get at the age of 26 years. Now I want to get married. Ne? Then when I want to get married now, women who are at the age of 26 years old at church, they have already done now. They have already have done with their past. They are single mothers, and then like they are dealing with a lot of things. I was actually judged by women at the church when I propose a girl who was at the age of 17 years. And then guess what? That girl, she was also a virgin. I spoke to her father, and then her father agrees. Then I did the arrangement. Then I married to that girl. I actually paid the lowball of 75,000, and then I'm still not done. I will still continue. Hence, I'm saying this. It is a system. Another thing, what I wanted to tell you is I'm a provider. I have actually taken my woman to Australia, like anywhere. Like we have gone into anywhere. I'm actually a CP by profession. That I'm a chartered pilot. A CP is a chartered pilot. And another thing, by the Constitution of South Africa, a girl who's at the age of 16 years has the right to marry if her parents agrees. So that is what I will advise, man. Let these old women deal with their own issues. When you are right, when you have successful, go and marry a young girl and then provide for that girl. I am actually having another, actually my wife is pregnant now. I am preparing to have another child and she is also studying to become a magistrate. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow.
I
It's
don't
beautiful.
understand what the wow is about, but anyway, Kanye, as you were
That
saying,
wow.
I'm
Can I
also
explain
very
it?
shaken.
I'm
Can I
still trying
explain
to
it?
get to the wow factor. But
Can I
anyway,
explain it? Can I
no,
explain it?
it's okay. You don't need to explain. It's okay. I get it
No,
now.
please, actually explain, sir. Explain. Let's hear you in full
All right.
French.
You wanna know why he's saying that? Because he's a virgin. Number one, he married
And
a
then you
virgin.
see,
Number two, and then also the very same wife is building together with him. You get it? Now these old ones who were judging him, they were finished. They were done. There was nothing to marry there. The goods were gone.
Mm.
The fridge was empty.
I read
I
the
see
goods was
to
good.
Dala Matos.
you always do this to us. You always do this to us.
I'm sorry. I
Okay,
thought he was gonna say
guys.
something very
I
Myself,
let's be
I think
realistic.
but
If
you
you
see
touch.
if
that
you're going to call a spade, yeah, sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but he actually said we should concur with his submission. That's what I'm doing. If you're going to call a spade, hate it or love it, this is biology, this is nature. Women, they date up. They are hypogamous by nature. Whether you want to agree with it or not, but most women are hypogamous by nature. They date up. They never date down. Never, never.
I'm still stuck at 17 though.
They
Yeah,
date. They
that's
always go down.
No, I'm still
That's
stuck
true.
at 17 and you were 27.
but yeah, no, I was 26. I think on the other
One
time,
year difference.
but that's
Okay,
still a whole
26.
9 year
It's 10
gap.
years difference, Moose.
yeah,
And it's
you see, Tatiana,
yeah.
I
Why
think
would I
another.
want to marry? Bona, this is biology. This is nature. We can catch feelings on it or not, but this is nature. Why would I want to marry someone who is almost my age? And we know by nature that most ladies they look older than the guys after 10 to 15 years of marriage. Why would I want to do that? And when I actually cheat now, it's a problem. So I would rather date down. So
Okay,
You
so
need
wait.
to
that
reconcile
Can
with
I
your
can I
slave
ask
for real
this?
because
Wait,
me,
Can
guys.
I?
The
can
men
I
in the
just
panel, can I
can I
ask this
just can
without
I
asking
just
time?
it's very controversial, but it's
Touch,
can
can I
nature.
I
ask
Yet it
you?
will love
Let's
it.
hear Mbali.
Yes.
Let's hear Mbali. Let's hear
Yes,
Mbali. Let's hear
Touch
Mbali.
and Mahlatsi. You guys as the men that have represented yourself, as the men that you've represented yourself in this panel, you are thinking that 17-year and 16 and 26-year-old is a good difference. And I'm not saying 33 and 24. I'm saying 17-year-old and 26.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. According to me, yes. If it were me, yes, I was going to marry that woman.
It
is
was
But
that
the
too bad.
same. Bona, if you're
Then
going to
I
call
Let me
a
tell you
spade
about
a
me.
realized if
spade,
you guys,
we are Africans.
no,
Can
I
I
just
answer you?
wanted a yes or no. You guys said yes. And I just want to say that then I realized why you guys reasoned the way that you were reasoning in here. Thank you.
No, let me
It's
tell you something
nature
about
playing
me.
itself
Let
out.
me
It
let
has
me tell you
nothing.
about me.
Bona,
Let me tell you about me.
we don't attack you ladies when you look when you are hypergamous. That's how you're wired. If you are going to attack you, we are not attacking you as a person. We are
oh
attacking the
no, but
biology.
in South Africa that's not legal age. But anyway, what
Yeah,
are you
that
saying?
Let me
sounds
Go
let,
on,
let me
tropical
say
Mahlatsi.
this.
vibes.
That
Let me say
sounds
let me say this. Let me say this. Me, I
that
don't mind.
sounds
Me, I
but
don't
like
mind. My wife.
will you let me finish?
Okay.
Oh, must I shut
Comment
up?
section, yeah.
Yeah, let me know if
Listen,
I should shut up.
another thing. No, John, in South Africa,
Okay, I'll shut up.
a girl has a right
No,
to marry at
no,
the
but
age of
then now you're
16
not being
years.
fair because I've
Him,
finished.
listening, I'm telling you, a girl has a right to
Well, no
marry
wonder
at the
you
age
needed
of
to marry
16
a
years.
17-year-old. I'm
If
telling
him,
you. So,
listen, to do that. You see, from example, Georgia, if your daughter is 16 years old and I want to marry her, if you give me a consent, you sign an affidavit, I have a right to do it according to the South African law.
that's the
You
difference.
can
I'm
Google
not going to
it.
give the right.
Hence, they are being impregnated. And then you cannot arrest the person. A 16-year-old in South Africa has the right of consent. A 16-year-old in
Okay,
South Africa has the right to voting
we know
ID.
all the logistics,
Wait,
but
I'm
no, we
still
know all
talking.
the
The fact that you
logistics.
will rush to
Listen,
cradle snatch
listen.
is no, you
No,
didn't listen to
I'm
me till
talking.
I finished. You
Listen.
also didn't listen to me, so I don't care if you're
Ah, yeah.
talking or not. So what I was
Oh
saying
my
is,
God.
when Nina, basically you are supporting cradle snatching because you can't for the life of you imagine being with somebody who has a mature thinking capacity and that can
Yeah,
see right through your
Listen,
bullshit.
listen,
You
but
listen.
want
Minya, it's
somebody
No,
also
who
that
knows that
that's
he
a
thing.
can
lie.
bend to
It's
your
That's
also
will.
not
that
the
thing
You
of
reason.
want
wanting
somebody
to
who you
have
can bend
Listen,
submissive
to your
women.
will.
listen,
You want somebody that you can be. No, don't
Kanye.
Kanya me, I'm not done. You want somebody who's going to bend to your will. You want somebody that's going to not be touched by somebody else that won't be able to tell when you're going through erectile dysfunction so you can blame it on her nicely without her judging you.
Yeah,
Want somebody who's going to not see your weaknesses, that will always see you as a hero and not see you for the lame person that you probably truly are. You want them to think you are the best thing since sliced bread, and you're just looking for somebody to stroke your ego, is what I'm hearing here.
No,
and something
listen,
to
No,
pass
no.
around.
This is
listen.
what
I don't want,
you're
no. The problem says I don't want a woman with a body count and then who has a child with another man. If there was a 27-year-old woman
Yeah,
who
Mm,
was
bona
a virgin, I
labantu
was going to
cradle
marry that woman,
snatcher, labantu
of which is
cradle
very rare.
snatchers.
Of which that is
Labanteng ba
very rare to
cradle
say close a
snatcher, let me
woman.
tell you one thing. The thing is, women will sit here on panels and hype each other up on the cradle snatching thing. Eh? But understand that when you took this person, you're taking them, you're taking their youth, you're taking a lot of things. So the likelihood of this person spazzing out and doing the most when she gets the opportunity is very high. And mabanchitela nizobe senkukula how to stop crying. Whereas
Bona.
you are cradle snatching, and it's in a human nature for a woman to reach their curious stages. And now, because
eh,
you made sure that when we are vala my curious
No,
stage, nizobe
no,
senibhalela abo
no,
straight to my inbox.
can,
no.
can I answer you,
And I'm not
Pastor?
done.
Okay, when you
Ay,
land, let me
khulumani
know.
madoda, khulumani. Angisina you
Touch that's
say
let's
the
No,
let's
I
let
thing.
him
just
come.
said when
No,
you
let
land,
her
let me know.
talk. I'm done. You killing my chain of thoughts. But continue, my sis.
Okay, this is not rocket science. First of all, I want to tell you that this thing that we now have as constitution and what it's foreign to South Africa. If you want to
Hmm.
go back as 1950, going downwards, even up to the 1980s, African men were legitimately marrying 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Men in all history has never dated up.
No,
This is a.
Taj,
Can I
it's not
finish?
foreign. It's not foreign. No. The Nigerian men whom they are dating, how old they are. You may see
No,
a 15-year-old in the club
let me finish.
who's
Let me
going for
finish
hair.
my
It's not
thing.
foreign.
I just want to show them the double standards they have. We are discussing lobola here, which is an African thing. And also marrying someone at 16, it was an African thing. How has it changed? So this is what the guy that left was saying, that we choose to be picky about what we can accept, and we can't be, if you are going to go full Western, let's go full Western. If you are going to be cultural, let's go full cultural. I'm an African man, and how I grew up, even my grandmother, she was married when she was probably 18, 16. There was nothing wrong with that. you see the problem
Sorry,
with,
Touch. Can I ask
can I
something?
finish? The problem with women that have had a whole lot of men run through them with
So
with
degrading.
children that don't have
Already
fathers
speaking,
is
move on.
it,
But speak. You can't be here still on the panel to say the whole
Yo,
time as well.
yeah. But
They said that
listen,
earlier on. They said that the only way a woman would be married to a man who was older, it was when they were in their words and pure.